everybody! And welcome on into the first episode of Pugmire, Homeward Bound.
I turned into a seal.
It's already on.
We're doing this dogs.
Seals are just the dogs of the sea, though. So I mean, it's fine. But welcome, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is our first episode of 3 parts, so I hope you guys enjoy this one and tune in for the next 2 episodes, the next upcoming 2 Tuesdays. And we are doing this in association with Onyx Path, so make sure you're following them on all the socials as well. They sent us some swag, which I think eventually we're going to be doing a giveaway for. This whole spell card deck set. I did not have. I don't want to open it because I will just like instantly sit on them and they'll get creased in half. I don't know what will happen. And then, of course, the DM screen, too, is going to be a part of the giveaway. This lovely DM screen.
Good.
So make sure you check them out. If you don't want to wait for the giveaway, you can always check out their shop. And then, of course, we've got the Pugmire rulebook, which you can get hard copies in their shop or PDFs as well, I believe, through their shop or Drive-Thru-RPG. So thank you, Onyx Path, for working with us and letting us play your amazing system. And yeah, without further ado, let's meet our players. Over here we got Megan Caves Kellerman.
Hello. Yay. Hi. So should we go through our characters now, or are you gonna go back around?
Yeah. Why don't we just talk a little bit about your characters and if there's anything you need the people at home to know about yourself personally.
Okay.
Peanut allergies. Anything like that.
I am allergic to penicillin. It's very important.
Don't give her that, chat.
Please don't. Chat, please. I mean, really, if you brought penicillin, please get rid of it. Yes, so I am playing Reynolds, but she actually goes by Ren most of the time.
Nice.
And she is a hunter. She is a Doberman, and she is a free dog, which, we'll probably learn more about this as we go on. And this is actually only my second time playing Pugmire, because I played it that one time, a long time ago, with you.
Many moons ago.
Yeah.
We were but
babes.
Yes.
Like 3 years ago, we're so much younger. So much.
I was way prettier.
Yeah, I know so much more now about the world. So
that I wish I didn't.
Right.
But you have a great backstory. If you want to share any pieces of that, just to let even other players know and chat know a little bit more about her background. You don't have to reveal everything if you don't want to, but maybe just to get a sense of it.
No, I kind of like it. So she was raised by her father. Her father really wanted a son, and kind of treated her like one instead. So she's kind of tomboyish in that way, because that's what she was used to. But he trained her to be a hunter, and her mother left when she was very young, so she's got abandonment issues, which means she does not like to get close to people. But she is kind of a philanderer, I guess. So there are ideals, bonds, and flaws in the system, which is pretty cool. But her flaws, she can't resist a pretty face. She really can't resist anything. I would put it that way. So so that will be interesting. And she also,
Temptation? Really, yes, please.
The one thing I really like that she has, so this, I forget what it's called. What is it, the item that you have called?
Your focus.
Focus. Her focus is a jar of buttons. Each button represents one of her conquests. So she takes a button.
Wait, sexually?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So she can't commit to people, but that's the closest she can get. She's actually very, very lonely, so she's kind of sad, but also she won't let you know that.
I love it. Awesome. Thank you, Megan. Next up, we have Amy Vorpal.
That's me. Hello. I'm Amy Vorpal, and I am playing... I'm allergic to penicillin, Cipro, and Sulfa.
Oh, wow.
3
What the fuck?
antibiotics.
Get those out of
Yeah.
Trick-or-treating is going to be tough this year for you.
Wait.
I like chewing on those antibiotics right before I eat candy. I'm playing Twilly, and she is a Shih Tzu, and her breed / class is a companion. She is the pack's, for lack of a better term, a wet nurse, and she just loves raising those pups. She's never lost the ability to feed the pups, and you know what that means. Huh?
I think that was a resub. Thank
It
you,
was a reset noise.
Keith. Every time I'm like, Harold.
Every time.
that was Harold. He
Reset
was
noise.
so
I was like,
still.
yes, someone objects. Yeah, she's a little on the fluffy side, and she's married to the PAX chef, and his name is Boy. He's a Shih Tzu, and I named him Boy because it's like how man is God, then like Jesus would be boy. I think Kelly helped me out with that.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I think Kelly said, make it an I. I think it's
yeah, yes. His name is BOI. But she's raised just so many of the PAX kids, and she's very open to being a maternal nurturer. And I think she even has raised one of our pups here today. Yeah.
Yep. Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Cool. Well, thank you, Amy. Thanks for being here. And over on this side of the table, we have Kelly Nugent.
Hi! I'm Kelly Nugent. I am playing Pumpkin, who is a Vishla. She is an acolyte. She is fervently religious. Her thing that kind of drives her is to spread the word of the Church of Man. She had a very difficult childhood before she was taken in by Twilly, and she found religion, and it was a simple way to explain why she was subjected to that. Like, oh, well, man has reasons for making things terrible. Dogs aren't just bad. The world isn't that cruel. So instead, she lives her life very much in denial and is just very excited to spread the word of man just all around, and nothing is ever wrong.
Oh no.
and it never is. Truly.
It never is.
It truly is, because man would not do that to us.
No.
But yeah, did you describe how you looked at all? Because I love your.
Oh.
You guys can check out the character art, but I love the contrast of like your demeanor and disposition with like you just look like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah,
the Grim Reaper
I
is
look
like a dog.
really creepy. I'm wearing like a long black cloak, and I carry a scythe, and I am like thin and tall, and Vishlas, I don't know if you're familiar with the breed, are like very thin, kind of like russet colored creatures, and so she's like very tall and like upright, and like very gentle, but also like very creepy and deeply uncharismatic. Like her charisma is like her lowest thing. She's disconcerting to be around.
She's terrifying for good reason. Well, thank you, Kelly. Next up, we've got Omar Najam.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Omar. I'm allergic to bees.
Oh,
Yes.
get your bees out of your chest.
You know who else is? Most dogs.
Really?
Most dogs have a bee
Yeah.
allergy, and if they will eat a bee, which my dog has multiple times, and it just their face like balloons,
I
like
remember that.
2 times size. Were you there?
No, not.
Oh,
But
wait,
I
so I sent
heard
you a
about
pic?
it. You
Oh,
told me
okay.
about it.
I sent a lot of people pics because it looks hilarious, but could kill them.
Yeah.
So. Sorry.
Terrifying stuff, and also keep killing me. Hi. As well as possibly my character. I'm playing Sophia. Sophia grew up in nobility, had a very wealthy family, and very quickly, through her own natural personality, learned to hate people who are greedy and selfish and self-centered. So in her own terrible but charismatic ways, she has grown into this general thief that steals from the rich, doesn't necessarily give back to the poor, but definitely steals from the rich. And recently, Sophia has been, I guess the best way to say it is been breaking into museums to get artifacts of man and return them to the tombs from whence they came.
Oh.
And that's it. I got some daggers that I like to throw a lot.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Omar. I forgot to pass these out, but initiative works kind of interestingly. Oh, here, pass one down to Kelly. And pass one down to Megan. Initiative works kind of interestingly in this game, whereas we roll to see who goes first, but then that person picks who goes next. So we just like to keep a card so you can always know if you've gone or not, and then we all flip it back over at the end of the round. So there is that. But yes, thank you so much, Omar, for introducing your character. And just to and I'm Havana or Vanna on Twitch if you know me from there. And I will be the guide for this journey. And just to provide a little context for how all these people know each other, they're a part of a group group called the Pioneers, which is a royally sanctioned group of basically sort of a combination of like warriors and archaeologists who are sent out on missions to retrieve ancient relics and artifacts and bring them back to the kingdom, and occasionally can be commissioned by outside entities. Thank you, Tanak. To retrieve such things, because in the world of Pugmire, having a relic or an artifact, which is a leftover remnant of what when man used to exist on the earth, what is left behind by them, even though there is no trace of humanity as we know it now still existing in the world. So that is all there is left, and they're very valuable and they're very rare, so much so that the nobility in the world of Pugmire is dependent on whether you own one or not. So if you want a chance to be king or queen of Pugmire, your family has to own a relic or an artifact and has to maintain it. If it's lost at any point, you also lose your nobility. So the Pioneers are kind of out there to keep the royalty, the monarchy of Pugmire, which is a specific kingdom in the world, instated. You know, the more relics, the more artifacts that they have, the more likely that the current king, which is King Puckington Pug, will maintain the throne and get to do so for many years, and also keep them out of the hands of bad guys. And of course, they have magical powers, so they can be used in other ways to help the kingdom or retrieve even more relics and artifacts. So that's a little bit of backstory. All of them are a part of the Pioneers. And as we open up our story, we will see what sort of mission they're on. But before we do that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for being here, and welcome to Pugmire Homeward Bound. Nope, that's not it. Oh no. All right, as we open up on our scene, the Pioneers' base camp has just been finished setting up as the sun begins to droop low in the sky and cast a golden light over the treetops of the fearful forest. The party, consisting of 8 Pioneers and their trusted trustee, have managed to find a sizable clearing in the formidable tangle of tree trunks and roots that seem to go on forever in any direction. They've spent the past 2 days hiking there diligently, to this exact spot, warding off numerous dangers along the way, and many seem eager to drop their packs and fill their bellies with some freshly cooked meats. A handful of medium to large tents have been erected around the campsite, and dogs of all breeds and creeds can be seen mingling between them, exchanging stories, munching on treats, and comparing scars as they await a proper meal and the trustees' nightly instructions. Here you are, guys. What would you like to do?
Well, did we bring babies?
You did not bring babies.
I just want to make sure.
Well, Ren is probably just, seeing who's about. I mean, this is night, right?
It is, the sun is setting. So the Fearful Forest is an incredibly dangerous place to be. So it's definitely, and with the experience of some of the people you're with, you would definitely want to make camp before it got dark. So you've pre-set it up, and as you finish setting up, that is when the light is waning.
This is a really great time for Ren to find someone to stay the night with.
Jeez.
Yes, would you like to know your options?
Indeed.
She would.
All right.
Are we all female, by the way?
I think so.
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Hot.
But not everybody here is female. Well, nor does it matter, really.
Yeah.
I imagine you have, you don't seem like you have discerned for.
Oh, no. She'll take anyone and anything.
Boy is off limits.
A stump. Okay, so of course, we've already been introduced to your pioneers as far as this group goes. But the other 4 pioneers that are there are one pioneer named Fruit Loop Staffordshire. And he's a bit on the older side. He's an active pioneer, but his body and his abilities remain strong and resilient against the test of time. He has all white fur with a giant brown oblong patch above his right eye. He's outfitted in heavy armor, a mess of battle wounds, and also wields a 2-headed axe, is what you often see him with. There was an incident many years ago, though, that left Fruit Loop deaf, but he since has learned a myriad of hand signs to communicate with his party, as well as picked up the skill of reading lips to receive his missions. He's incredibly attentive, and those that interact with him often...
Wait, can you not resist a pretty face either?
No.
I think that was Kelly.
That was Kelly.
Okay.
What are you supposed to do when you?
Are you supposed to like do
It's like this or this.
this.
or-
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
there's
the
the
shape of
other
an L on her
character
forehead.
one.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I mean, that's a wild cards thing.
Okay. Incredibly attentive, and you can often find him. Those that interact with him often feel as if he's staring straight into their souls. He's pretty docile, but when a cat is nearby, his demeanor changes abruptly to something much more hostile. So that is Fruit Loop Staffordshire. Thank you, Poison.
Thank you.
Another one of the pioneers is Redford Pitbull. He's a young dog that is still growing accustomed to the pioneer lifestyle. His excitement and energy are unmatched by anyone else in the party. He loves being out in the wilderness, exploration, and showing off his feats of agility and strength to his party members. He has short-haired golden coat with floppy ears, and they're always perked up with intrigue. The tip of the tail fades into a smattering of black fur, and his paws are large enough and often used to engulf fellow pioneers in celebratory embraces. He prefers melee combat with a sword, but opts for lighter leather armor to allow for more maneuverability. He has taken a leaf from Fruit Loop's book, though, and a dog whom he looks up to greatly and harbors a deep disdain for cats.
So he's a hugger.
He's very loving. He's very hyper. He's very touchy, and he's always
Did I raise him?
trying to show off. Would you like that?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
He definitely learned hugging from me.
He's a hugger. He got that from you, and he got racism from Fruit Loop. Graham and Hershey Wirehair. This brother and sister are the youngest of the group. Graham is the brother, Hershey is the sister, and are likely the least confident. They were essentially adopted by the pioneers after they were found huddled up. Thank you, Johnny.
Hey.
Johnny.
After they were found huddled up against their mother's corpse in an abandoned house just outside of Mutt Town. So no one really knows what happens to their mother, and when they're asked about it, their eyes usually glaze over and they kind of drift off to somewhere else, kind of displacing themselves from the conversation. And they're shy and socially awkward, but eager to learn, and you get the sensation that they really do want to learn to trust again, but something happened that is making that difficult for them. Graham has a golden coat with white peach fur in the shape of a T down the center of his face, and then it goes all the way down his chest and down onto his belly as well. And the tips of his fingers kind of look like they've been dipped in white paint as well. And Hershey is chocolate brown. They're pretty much twins except for their coloring. And Hershey's chocolate brown with a spot of white fur on her chest. And it's just sort of some shapeless cloud sort of situation. Thank you guys for all the subs. Is that a gift sub?
Holy cow.
Give
Con
Pugmire
Woman,
there's a
Prosaic
bunch.
Bard, J Rab, Barracks, and
whoa.
Critter.
I don't know how to
Thank
turn
you, guys.
this tablet.
Thank
Okay.
you.
There's a little button.
Is that a different sound?
That's also
Wait, there are multiple sounds for subs?
There's a
Wow.
deep dog
Hey.
sound.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vapid.
Thank you.
Vapid.
Aw, it's a big dog.
This seems why did you guys wait until I'm talking about dead moms to do this? Calm down. Snap at Pioneer. Oh, he's no, this is they're twins except for their coloring essentially, and they both have floppy ears, wiry fur, and piercing yellow eyes. Both are attempting to be kind of magic wielders to help the pioneers on their quest for relics and for understanding. So either no armor, light armor, but then trying to help in that way. And then last but not least is your trustee, which the position of the trustee, as far as the pioneers goes, is to lead the pioneers. It's often somebody who used to be a pioneer, but has done, years and years of work or has suffered, enough injuries that they've sort of semi-retired. So now they're sort of just the leader of teams of pioneers. They run the storehouse, they receive missions from the king and outside sources, and they dish them out to the pioneers. And on this particular journey, he has come with you due to the particular circumstances at hand. But to describe him, he is much older. His name is Flan Wheaton Terrier. He's well on in years, even older than Fruit Loop, and retired as a pioneer a long time ago after many years of impressive and loyal service. His job now is to keep current pioneers well equipped, on task, and en route. His fur grows long and curly, but he keeps it cropped short to his skin for practicality and visibility. His temperament is one of exhausted old-timer, and he's seen a bit too much shit. He's quick to snap at pioneers for being too excitable or getting distracted, and has a hard time trusting anybody outside the framework of the pioneers. He's a wealth of knowledge, though, and always has the answer and consistently knows the best plan of attack. So those are your conquest options. And then also, this table.
1, 2,
Redford
3, 4,
Pitbull
5.
would probably be the easiest.
I would say he's got the stamina.
So how long have we been with this group?
You have gone on several missions with
Okay.
this particular. It's you guys who normally work together, and you've gone on a few missions together. I would say probably about 5 that have been low key. They've been easy. Retrieving something that. Thank you, Onyx Path. Relatively easy. So this is sort of, or what you feel like it is sort of a test of your new abilities. So this is probably like the second time you've worked with this other group. But before that, you were kind of in this like training phase.
So the reason there are more now is because the missions are a little tougher.
Well, we will get to that.
Oh,
there is a
okay.
reason there's 2 groups. There's not normally, though.
Oh.
But there's been some issues recently with unmapped territory and things like that, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Ren would be interested in the brother and sister, but they just seem a little not warm enough. So I don't know.
Are any of these people minors?
Graham and Hershey are like.
Yeah, well, that.
Just an important question.
They are puppies. I mean,
Ren.
She's not that bad. She's not that bad.
So the oldest is going to be Flan. Fruit Loop is up there in age, but still very physically capable. Redford Pitbull would be the equivalent of like, a frat boy, whatever age they are. And Graham and Hershey are probably early, the equivalent to like early teens and things like that.
Yeah.
It works a little differently for dogs and humans, but it's more similar than you'd think.
Sure. She would probably go for Redford, which honestly, if they've worked together before, she's probably done that before, depending upon what he's like.
Sure. Okay. Okay, then maybe roll really quick to see how it went the first time. How it went over the first time. That would be, you could either do, based on how you would have gone about it, you could just do a base charisma check, or if you want to say like, oh, I used persuade or perform to do it, then you can, then you can justify that to me if you specialize it or anything.
She probably used just like her charisma.
Just straight up charisma? Okay, yeah.
Charisma. Yeah. Okay. I got a 3.
Yeah.
Okay. The first time you made advances on Redford, it did not go well.
Yeah.
I don't think necessarily that's a comment on Rin. I think
Sure.
is especially if you were on a mission, Redford is very single-minded. He's very pointedly focused, and he's super high energy. But he's like, you know what I mean? It's like a sort of a one-track mind energy when he's like, oh, we're doing this, and I'm excited about this, and I'm obsessing about this. So if you made an advance, even if you were being obvious, he might have been sort of oblivious to it. So I don't think it went. 3's not great, but I don't think it was like Rin
No, that makes sense.
accidentally stabbed him.
That makes way more sense. That Ren would be like, okay, this dog should be way easier than this. I just gotta hit at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you want to try again now,
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
know how you would do that.
Well, so it seems like it's kind of the evening. We're set up for camp. It's like, okay, we're gonna get ready for the next day, right? So it's kind of relaxation time. So I imagine that she would, go in and find him. He seems like the guy who might be cleaning his weapons or something like that, So she might go and she would probably try to talk weapons with him or try and get him to talk about things that.
Yeah, he's probably doing like pull-ups on a nearby branch.
Yeah.
That's probably what Redford's up to.
Yeah, I mean, she'd probably go over and be like, say something along the lines of, okay, I planned my accent. Now let me see if I can do it. Well, you do those push-ups really well, pull-ups really well, don't you?
Oh yeah, you think?
Oh, I mean, I've never seen anyone better than that, to be entirely honest.
Oh really? I mean, I work really hard. I probably do like 100 pull-ups a day.
Oh, I bet you can do more than that. I mean, just look at you.
You think so?
I think so.
I mean, I could try. Do you want to watch?
Of course I do.
So he just starts doing pull-ups in front of you.
So, she'll take some time. This for her is not about him as much as it's about her.
Sure.
She needs comfort. That's really what that's about. So, she'll put up with it for a little bit until she feels like she can kind of be more direct and see if she can pull him into a tent.
Okay. Well, he'll just do pull-ups until you tell him to stop.
Okay. So she'll be like, you must be getting a bit tired though. Do you want to retire back in your tent maybe? With some company?
Well, we haven't even had dinner yet. I don't think I want to go to bed.
Well,
I'm really hungry.
Maybe we could have dinner together.
Right, I think we're all going to have dinner together.
But I mean, just you and me.
Oh, okay, like out in the woods? Like, because maybe then someone will come and try and steal our food, and then we can fight them.
I mean, if that's the way you like it, I suppose we could do that.
Okay, yeah.
Can any of us intervene?
You guys, you can assist with any and all roles as long as. Thank you. As long as you have that skill, that is a skill you have.
Yeah.
So the rule with assisting another character with a role, you can do it anytime as long as it's something you could do by yourself. Like something you could accomplish on your own. So if you've got like the skill checked, or if you can just explain it well enough to me why it would be justified that you would attempt that or be able to succeed.
Would
that on your
you
own.
be able to pull Redford into the woods on your own?
Well, what I
No.
I think we
wanted,
want to do the opposite.
what I wanted to do was nudge Pumpkin
Oh.
and say, "I bet you one ration that's not going to happen."
Oh my Maj, you're trying to get me to engage in some gambling?
Oh, come on, no one's looking.
Oh, I don't like to say the name, but man has prescribed that we do not engage in actions that would be harmful to others.
How about 2 rations?
I'm going to I want to like throw I'm going to bless some water really quick. I want to throw it on you.
Okay.
Can I do that?
I believe you have Bless
I have
Bane.
Bless Bane.
So yeah, you're welcome to use that. Go for it.
Okay. I have to hold on to my symbol. Just stay very still. 1 second. Wait, I have some literature. Do you want to review it?
No,
While
I don't.
I do this. All right. So just stay very still. A few wild dogs took it upon themselves to watch over man, to bark when he is in danger, to run and play with him when he's lonely. That's why they call us man's best friend.
Okay, well now you have, I believe, +3 to your next dice roll. But other than getting you wet in the face, you feel a glow in your heart that you weren't anticipating. And this maybe is not even the first time that you've blessed.
I've blessed everybody
Safi.
in this entire place like 60 times.
So it's not a sensation that is like technically new to you, but every time you feel it, it surprises you and it feels new because you don't have those beliefs. That every time you're just like, what the fuck?
Okay, I'm feeling good. Twilly, 2-1. This isn't gonna happen.
Well, I just like to say that I really would love it to happen because if it happens, more puppies, and I just can't get enough puppies.
Let's take that bet.
I'm not gonna take that bet. I'm not gonna do it.
But
I'm just trying to be a good dog here. Just
But-
trying to be a good dog. Gonna give some puppies some milk, and that's all I'm gonna do. You're a little rascal. You're a little rascal.
I gotta find someone to take this bet. This is ridiculous.
You constantly tread as if to create ire in the eye of man. And I pray every day for the redemption of your soul.
I'm gonna go talk to the kids.
The okay. Okay. Graham and Hershey are kind of sitting off to one side on a log that's been turned over, and they're not really talking, but they're sitting a little kind of uncomfortably close to each other.
Okay. I just to explain why this is happening. My pride is a very fragile thing to me, and it's very important for me to get what I want. So I just want some mischief. So I'm gonna go up to Hershey and Graham.
Your pride depends upon it.
Yeah. And go, hey, did you guys pass the initiation test?
Initiation?
You haven't done the initiation?
They said that in sequence, by the way. Cute.
Yeah. It's just a little thing we do. It's like a kind of like a test before like we like set off on like an adventure.
Oh, what's it involve?
You guys just have to steal that battle axe, Fruit Loop's battle axe. Just bring it to me, and then I'll tell everyone that you passed the initiation.
Fruit Loops battle axe?
Yeah, you just sneak it over this way. You just give it to me. You just give it to me.
They look very disinterested in doing this.
Okay.
They're very scared of Fruit
I'll
Loop.
have to tell everyone that you didn't pass the initiation. That's fine. I'm gonna go get some food.
Wait, don't tell.
Oh, if you guys feel uncomfortable about passing the initiation, that's fine. But it's just like, like the next morning we're all like, it's like a hurrah thing. We're all gonna celebrate.
They kind of, Graham and Hershey kind of look at each other for a few beats too long, and then they look back at you, and in unison they nod, and then you see them slink off towards Fruit Loops battle axe. Let me roll for them. These poor babies.
This is gonna be so funny. You just say this is gonna be so funny.
Okay. Well, you watch them go over there, and they sort of do this awkward thing where they try to like pick it up as a team because it's like about the size of each of them. So they try to pick it up as a team, but Fruit Loop has stuck it so hard in a stump that they can't get it out. So what they end up doing is just sort of like slowly riding it down as they try to like get the handle off. And then Fruit Loop, who's standing nearby, just turns around and just stares at them. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't move. He just like stares. And Hershey and Graham look over at you.
Keep going. You're doing a good job. Keep going. It's a marathon, not a race. Keep doing it.
And as they aren't letting go because they're getting affirmation from you that they're doing the right thing, but they're caught because they're also sort of frozen in terror from Fruit Loop. And then Fruit Loop makes a move and starts walking towards them, and you can see the panic in their eyes, and they just have these giant gold eyes. But the Addix is not moving. And Fruit Loop comes over, stares down at them, and then rips the battle axe out of the stump and just hands it to them.
I did not expect that.
And they can barely carry it, but they, as a team, sort of bring it over to you and just look up at you like they're still freaked out and... Oh, here.
Honestly, from that prayer and this thing, I'm feeling good. I like to grab the battle axe.
Okay.
Bring it back to Fruit Loop. I told them that it was like an initiation challenge to steal it from you. Can you just like turn to them and just give them like a big like Just give him like one big one of these. Just like a big one of these.
He considers this, and he grabs the axe back from you.
Come on, just give him one.
And then he looks over at the kids and he just goes.
I'm good for the day. I'm good.
Which is a lot for him.
That's it.
Sophia, I think you...
Safi.
Safi, what is your name?
Sophia.
Sophia, I think you and I have two very different definitions of what trouble and mischief is. I think you just made a whole bunch of people's day.
I just like mixing it up. That was fine for me. I don't need hurt feelings. That was great.
I would truly say that man has intervened and has brought us all a lot closer.
Here. I'm gonna serve food.
Okay, really quick, we have a crap ton of rerolls. And I'm good to use these as fortune points, right, Dom? Okay, I'm gonna do that. So if you guys actually want to, let me count how many we have.
That is good news.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, if you guys want to pick some nice stones and some nice beads, we need 15 total. And then we're going to add these to the fortune bowl. So the way the Pugmire system works is instead of like inspiration or things like that, it utilizes a thing called a fortune bowl, which you can add. I've got some like little stones. I also got some like colorful beads, but you can add like little plastic coins or bottle caps or anything you kind of think would pay an homage to the world of Pugmire. But every time a player earns a fortune, or as thank you chat, is gifted a fortune by chat, they can use that for a myriad of different uses. And they can also earn it in different ways just by... don't look at that map. Oh my god, you showed it to them?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry guys, I freaked out. You can earn it in a myriad of ways. A lot of it is like character choices, strong character choices, overcoming obstacles, things like that. You can also choose, the characters can choose to fail rolls or botch a roll, which is like a crit fail. And if they choose to do that for based on a character choice, and they will botch the roll, but they will also gain a fortune in the process. And they can use it as rerolls, as you guys kind of intended it to, or they can use it to fill empty spell slots. If they're out, they can use a fortune to cast a spell, even if they're out of spell slots, and a myriad of other things.
That's amazing.
So things to keep in mind. That's what your rerolls are going towards, are much more than actually rerolls. You can't use it for rerolls. But there's other things as well. You can use it or an automatic triumph if you can justify it in character. Things like that.
So there's 4.
There's 4.
Here's 3.
Awesome. Thank you.
There's 3.
And
Wait, how many total do we need?
wait, we need 15.
So that's
So 4
7.
plus 3 is 7. 8, 9, 10.
And then this is 4. And then 5.
Awesome. Thank you guys. So thank you chat. That's our fortune right now. It is for everybody, including me, not for me to use with monsters, but if I'm RPing as your allied NPCs, I can use it then. And I can also add to the fortune pool if I make a character choice to fail or things like that. But also it's a group decision. So nobody can just yoink it out without checking in with everybody.
Oh,
you all
nice.
have to agree that that's what that should be used for. So
Cool.
all about communication. So thank you guys all for those re-rolls. I think these are all good to go away. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you guys. But sorry, Amy, you were about to serve food?
Yeah, I've been palling around with Boy, I think, and
Boy is not there.
well then I haven't been, but I'm probably gonna distribute the rations.
Okay. So
But I also want to know if they boink.
well, let's follow up on that. We never rolled. we never rolled.
did
to
it.
see. And
It
you
might
have
color
fortune
the
now.
mood.
So
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do.
you can use that as an automatic triumph if you want, or if you roll it, you're not happy with the roll, you can use it as a reroll.
Well, I think if it seems that he's just not picking up what she's dropping, I think she's just going to go, listen, do you want a shag or not? And then she's just going to go right for
His
it.
ears perk up.
15.
15? He's still a little confused. But but like, and he doesn't necessarily understand like the slang you're using, but he can pick up the vibe that you're putting down, and his ears perk up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, exercise, yeah."
It can be exercise.
This is obviously something that makes him pretty anxious. So,
so I don't know. She would just probably drag him off into a tent, or he said
perfect. Yeah, that is. That's dangerous. So it's up to you.
She's not stupid, so she should probably go to a tent.
Sure. So you all watch as Ren drags Redford Pitbull by the collar, by the paw or something, into a nearby tent. I don't know if that affects any of you. It definitely affects some of you.
I'm glad I didn't take that bet.
I'm a little mad I didn't, but gosh, I'm just so excited that there's a potential for babies on the horizon, for puppies on the horizon.
Oh, I'm so happy. It's just now our group might grow and we'll have more and more friends and maybe family.
And I can lose some of this weight.
You look amazing, Mom.
Aw, thanks.
So a little bit of time passes. You've finished whatever puzzle you're making in that tent, and you've gotten the food all served up, ready, but have not handed it out yet per the request of the trustee, which at this time Flan Wheaton Terrier begins banging a wooden spoon after it's been emptied from the food and on a large pan to get everybody's attention and to come around the cooking fire for an announcement.
It's Flan Wheaton, right?
Flan Wheaton.
Okay,
Or
got it.
Flan Wheaton Terrier for long.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. That's good.
What is he up to?
I don't know.
Are you smiling like
I
that?
got it. I got it.
Do you understand something that we don't?
Yeah, you're so nefarious right now. What's happening?
It's not nefarious.
What do you understand that
I
we
just got
don't?
the name.
What is it?
Oh, everybody's last name should be their
It
breed.
should be their breed.
So yours should be Safia Corgi.
Okay. But, wait.
Are
Did
you just-
Flan Wheaton work out just accidentally?
What is Flan Wheaton?
What is Flan Wheaton? Is that a food that we just don't know about?
Ann Wheaton is someone who contributes to a lot of dog shelters in the Pasadena area.
Oh.
I thought it was a purposeful reference to
It's
Ann
not.
Wheaton.
It's not. But I like
Wow.
that it coincided like that.
You are.
That's some magic.
again.
Yeah,
That's some
is.
magic right
Well,
there.
That's out of control.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so he bangs on that. He's standing by the cooking fire, beckoning everyone. And you guys know what this means. This is his normal routine for getting your attention. It's not coy at all. And he goes, "All right, pioneers, as you know, this is a very important mission for us. This particular mission was bestowed upon us by King Puckington Pug himself, and it is essential that we come back triumphant so that he will see the value in maintaining our program and possibly provide us additional supplies and revenue in the future, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Now, this area and the specific tomb we're looking for are uncharted and untouched by pioneers. Not to say they haven't potentially been investigated by other people, animals, or monsters, and the rumored relic at this location might be gone or destroyed. We really don't know, but this is to say we don't know exactly what we're looking for. The king insists that a source of his rumor is reliable, so we're going to go from there, and that's all we got. Tomorrow we're going to be up with the sun and split into 2 teams. Fruit Loop, Redford, Graham, and Hershey, you will be on one team searching to the north of here, and Safia, Pumpkin, Twilly, and Rin, you will be searching to the east.
Classic.
We will regroup here at nightfall and you will give your reports. If we all come up empty pod, we'll try again the next day with the south and the west respectively. Always be attentive and keep an eye on your team. The fearful forest is full of many dangers and it would be in our best interest to not be taken unawares. Now, any questions?
When's let's eat.
Well, will we know when we find it? Will we just know? Is it one of those things?
Well, Twilly, the other relics we come upon.
We've just known. Yeah, we've just known.
It's why we're pioneers, isn't it?
It sure is.
You got that feeling? I mean, I can spot a tomb from 20 miles away. I don't know about you, and I obviously have a bit more experience than everybody here, but I have faith in your instincts, your gut instincts, your intuition, your stupidity.
What?
The opposite of stupidity.
Oh,
Thank you, Flan.
Smarts.
Thank you so much.
All right, one thank you's enough.
But also thank you to Man.
Oh my
now,
God.
if we can all gather, I think now would be a great time to ask Man to bless our journey. May we find what we're looking for immediately with no issues.
It's right.
Amen.
And
It's right
if
there.
not to be so, may our family bond grow. May we be friends forever.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, and may all of us make Twilly Mom proud.
While this is while the
What
prayer
is this move shit?
this is out of character now.
That's
because-
beyond out of character.
But
That's
this
like
is blocking.
you're out of character, but you're back in character.
Then move your arm.
I don't.
You
it's-
don't
You don't need to touch your head.
Okay.
I know when you're talking to me as Omar and when you're not.
Also, you can talk with your normal voice as Omar, and then we know.
Well, what if Sophia's doing her voice? Okay.
Oh my gosh. Who is Sophia? Who is Sophia really?
We're gonna find
Out of character.
Out of character. Can we hear Ren while the prayer is happening?
Oh my gosh.
No, they have come back.
We're
out.
done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot less funny.
They
then.
finished their puzzle. I told you.
That would be funny.
They're very fast at puzzles. Very good at puzzles.
Well, that was a great prayer. Let's see.
Now, everyone, turn to the person or to the dog on your left, and share with them how they inspire you every day.
So to your left, I imagine you're lined up like this. So he's to your left, or sorry, Safia's to your left. She's to your left, but Fruit Loop's to your left. Fruit Loop, and then you're to Fruit Loop's left, and Ren is to your left, and Redford is to your left. So
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's going to. Let's see if anybody participates.
I'll start. You inspire me every day in that you are always looking for fun ways to make the atmosphere a little spicier.
Okay.
Now, I don't
the
care
food-
for
like
spice
the-
myself,
Okay.
but to each their own. And so maybe someday I'll like spice.
Great. That could be tonight. Fruit Loops, I like your axe. I appreciate your axe.
And Fruit Loop turns to you and does a series of hand gestures that you know after spending some time with Fruit Loop that just means like I care about you. You're an asset to this team, and you raise our people to be better.
Oh, I get a little tear in my eye.
But his face is just like
Yeah.
just like stonewalled. Mm-hmm.
And to you, I just really am inspired by how goal-oriented you are. And how you always seem to get what you want. You go for it and then you get it and you know, praise Man, you really do.
Praise.
I appreciate that, Twilly. Love. And Redford is surprisingly dexterous. Bit daft, but very dexterous. So I normally wouldn't participate in this nonsense, but I like this one.
Oh, I'll take what I can get. I'm happy you liked this
What a
one.
wonderful exercise.
And no one said a thing to me, but that's okay. I stayed
Graham and Hershey are standing next to you, and you've overlooked them.
I don't
They're
look-
literally so
Yeah.
small compared to you, because you're probably the
I'm
tallest
very
one
tall,
there.
yes.
So you're just like, no one's here to say something nice to me. They're just down there.
Oh, and no one's here, and what a shame, but here we are.
I'd like to say really quickly, Graham and Hershey both passed the initiation that we've all gone through.
Oh, good for you, little one. Good for you.
Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about.
Good job.
Yeah, the initiation.
of course.
And on that, I think we should celebrate by eating some of the food.
Let's eat
Oh,
some.
yeah.
Let's eat some mess.
Right. Let's eat. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you do eat. It's a meal of just cooked meats. Probably most likely like venison or something of that nature, and some beans. Some meat and beans, and it's good. and filling and hearty and gives you lots of proteins. And you're just sitting around, you eat that, you're sitting around the campfire. Night has fallen at this point, but people are still sort of mingling outside of their tents for a while. So you have this opportunity to talk to anybody or ask any questions or whatever you need to do tonight.
I'm gonna stare at the moon and just remember Boy, and he's my pack mate, and I miss him very much. So I'm just doing that, just sitting on a log and dreaming of Boy.
I just got that 5-0 song.
Yeah.
Ren makes sure she gets a button.
Oh, right.
Oh, from Relics. Are you
yeah.
going to try and sneak that, or is that something you would have asked from him?
No, she would probably. I think she would sneak it, but I don't think she thinks he's that observant. So I don't think she'd be
Sure.
overly
Why don't you
careful.
make a sneak roll for me?
Okay.
I'm thinking a number of people might see you, but nobody would care except for maybe him if you were like sneaking into his tent.
Sneak would be a skill, right?
It is a skill under
Dex.
dexterity.
Oh, under dex. Okay, so I don't have it written down. So then it would just be my dex modifier, basically. Okay. 14.
14. Okay, yeah, you have no problem sneaking. He eats like 4 times more than any of you, and because his metabolism is so fast, so he's just woofing away at some food well after the time you're finished eating. So it's very easy for you to just slip in there
Great.
and take one of those. So
Gotta have those buttons.
yeah, you guys need to get up to anything? Need to talk to anybody?
I am practicing throwing my daggers at a tree, which I'm quite good at, and it gets kind of boring very quickly. And I see that Redford is eating, and I have a little idea. So I want to walk up to Redford, go, "So you got quite an appetite, Redford."
Oh yeah, I'm hungry like all the time.
Yeah, but you seem especially hungry today. Is there any particular reason?
Why, I did a lot of pull-ups earlier.
Oh, okay. I mean, you do pull-ups all the time. You don't usually.
I
eat
do.
much.
Thank you for noticing.
But you seem especially hungry today.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I mean, big mission tomorrow. Got a protein load,
Okay,
right?
never mind. I thought this would be different. Never mind. I go back to throwing
What's
my dagger.
wrong?
No, it's just I thought you'd be more nervous about having this conversation. You're not. No, it's fine.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Well, you seem very hungry, Redford. Is there something that you did to make yourself very hungry?
Oh wait, do you want some?
Okay, no, I'm going back to the dagger. No, I'm
Oh
done.
sure, I've got.
No, I'm full,
I
I'm
haven't
full.
even touched this corner of this.
No, I'm full.
Okay.
Do you think you're pregnant?
That's probably the 20th time you've asked me that.
I just can't wait. And you really seem to be going for it.
Well, I'm real smart about that, because if I was pregnant, it would be a lot harder to do this job, don't you think?
Nope, I've done it plenty of times pregnant.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why I said that to you. That was not smart on my part, of course.
I'm pregnant capable.
Well, you know what? If I ever am, then you get that baby. It's all yours.
All 6 of them? Or 5 or 4? Or
Yeah, however many there are. You can have them all.
Yes, that's what I wanted to know. Praise man!
So easy.
Praise man, Ma! I'm across the camp. I just hear praise man. I'm like, praise man.
Praise man, Ma.
Pumpkin, is there anything you would like to do, or anyone you would like to talk to before y'all hit the sack?
I'm gonna try and ingratiate myself with those kids.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try and see if because I feel like I can maybe talk to them about just like I want to try and guide them. I feel like they're lost. I want to try and guide them. Oh, hi.
Hi, Miss Pumpkin.
I like your eyes.
Oh, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna perch and watch this.
Thank you. Sometimes people tell us they look like cat eyes, and then they hate us.
Oh, I think they're beautiful. And even if they look like a cat's eyes, it's not in our place
they?
to hate. No, they look dog-ish.
I don't know, Graham. I think maybe our eyes look like cat eyes.
No. Why don't we not think about that? And and then Pumpkin's like kind of like squatting. Why don't we play a game, a child's game, child's play?
It's not
puppy
safe
play.
to play games here.
Oh, the world can be your playground. Absolutely. What you can I once found joy in just some dirt or anything can have fun. Maybe like a rock or a room with no windows.
But what about the necromancers?
Oh, now they're not you're never gonna encounter one.
But people said they're out in the fearful forest and they bring dogs and cats and monsters back from the dead, and their bones start walking
do I hear these
around
children
and
yelping?
they start hurting you. What if they kill us, but then they bring us back, and then we're monsters, and then you have to kill us, Miss Pumpkin?
What's going on?
What if you have to kill us?
Then I'll do it if I have
Babies,
to.
is everything okay?
No, we're gonna be zombies, and Miss Pumpkin's gonna kill us.
Pumpkin,
I did not.
Pumpkin, are you scaring the babies? Are you scaring the puppies?
It is my natural demeanor.
It's okay, come here, babies. Come here, puppies. I'll hold them. Pumpkin, you need to not scare the puppies, especially not the night before. They need to get their rest.
Okay.
What in man's name did you say to them?
I just, they were worried about a necromancer situation. So
We need to not bring that up right before bed. They didn't do anything wrong. We used that to scare them.
I am just
and get them to
assuring
behave.
them that if the case came, I would, destroy their bodies so much to a point that a necromancer could not.
Go to bed, Pumpkin. Go to bed, Pumpkin.
I'm just gonna go.
Time to go to bed.
I'm gonna go lay down.
It's time to go
I'm
to
gonna
bed.
go lay down.
Sepia, why didn't you tell me this was going on? I missed this whole thing. It was great entertainment.
I was raptured. I apologize.
Next time.
That's poor How young are they? They're not like that young.
They would
right?
be the equivalent to like young, like teens.
Yeah. Okay.
Human years like 16, 17, but they're really kind of backward because of the trauma not backward, underdeveloped socially because of the trauma they've experienced.
Well,
Backwards,
Pumpkin's
not right.
still not making it any better.
Like this grim reaper, like looming.
I just told them I'd destroy their bodies.
Okay, you guys are good?
Yeah.
Okay, well before you hit the hay, everybody's getting ready for bed. But Fruit Loop approaches you and hands you a jar, and it's filled with sort of like this light colored opaque substance that you can't really tell if it's like glowing or if it's this weird trick of the eye, but it's sort of like a wide opened mason jar with a hinged lid on it, and you can tell some of it's already been like scooped out, and he hands that to you.
Thank you, Fruit Loop. What is this?
And
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm assuming it's a gift.
Thank you. What is this? Very good.
And he signs to you for healing to keep you safe.
Oh, thank you so much.
And then he holds up 3 fingers on his paw.
And you've kept some for yourself and your crew, I assume. Oh, you'll be fine? I don't know about that, Fruit Loop. Remember last time? Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't bring that. We don't need to talk about it.
Like Moshe, he goes to grab it back.
You'll be fine. Like I said, you will be fine. What? Hey, have a care with the babies, with the little puppies. Graham and Hershey. They're they're frightenable. Okay? And even just one look from Pumpkin might just send them running the other way.
He signs to you, I'll toughen them up.
Yeah, but like, okay, I can't. Come on, come on! Don't do that. No, they need someone to look up to. Okay. And I think you're the one. Yeah. Thank you.
So you can go ahead and add that to your inventory. It's got 3 doses.
Of salve.
And from watching Fruit Loop use it,
Okay.
you know that you can either consume it or rub it on your skin. If you want to do if you're able to do like a no arcana check, an intelligence no arcana check, or
I don't. Well, I'm not proficient in it, but I think
you could just do an intelligence check.
Okay.
To see if you know what it actually does.
Oh, a 1 is what I rolled on the die.
You do have.
Yeah, I think I'd like to. Can I may I use a fortune? And then what do I do with it? Just put it out here, and it's out of play now. Okay. Oh, better, but not great still. So a 9 plus 2 is 11.
So you kind of, you know that it will heal you, and a certain, it'll make your wounds a bit better, and that it'll also cure a couple of conditions, but you don't know specifically what those are.
Okay, I'll call it a jar of licking.
But yeah, remember you've got that. Okay, and then as you're all heading to bed, Flan has offered to take the night watch as you all need your sleep for tomorrow, and he'll be holding down the camp and not doing any strenuous hiking or,
He's still
Indiana
gonna be alone
Jones
during the day. Ooh, okay.
But yeah, so as you all go to sleep, you sleep fine. As you are falling asleep, though, you all have this distinct feeling that someone or something is watching you intently from the darkness, because the fearful forest gets pitch black at night, and all of these noises happen, and it's not. You've been traveling for a couple days to get to where you are, so it's not something that's surprising to you, but it's something that you can never get accustomed to. And would all of you roll, as you're falling asleep, roll... Oh, where'd it go?
I send Graham and Hershey back to their own tents.
Notice. Can you guys roll
Several
wisdom notice
times.
checks?
Yes. Gosh,
Okay.
not great.
7.
8.
8.
9.
Oh, mommy!
24.
Wow.
Not 20.
Okay, well that's you got a nat 20, so a triumph. You get a triumph. So as you're falling asleep, everybody else has passed out pretty hard. But you're sort of toiling in one thing or another, and you're taking a bit longer to fall asleep. And so the wind that everybody was kind of picking up on earlier, and that was kind of creating that feeling of being watched and being, something having an eye on you. You've been paying close attention to that, and you can distinctly hear the wind saying something in this sort of like rasping, breathy voice that just says, "Get out, you are not wanted here." So, but nothing actually happens. That's just something you audibly can distinguish very clearly.
I might sort of just peek my head out of my tent and just see if anyone else is about with that noise.
Go ahead and roll a notice check.
Okay.
Wisdom notice.
19.
19.
Dang.
Wow.
So
wow.
noticing.
On it.
So noticing.
Nothing seems out of place to you.
Okay.
You look, you really can't, the fire has died down a lot. And so as far as like the diameter of your vision, do you have like dark vision or low light?
I don't think so.
Okay. No one from your team is up. You can see Flan at the edge of the sort of the circle of the light, but he looks unperturbed. He's dutifully watching, but his ears aren't perked up. He isn't looking around. He obviously has not heard what you've heard. And when you make an observation, as soon as the darkness hits, you can't see any like figures or forms distinctly. It's like it's just trees and night is all it is.
I think she would probably be like, keep all of her weapons a little closer.
Sure.
But since no one else has responded and the Fearless Forest is known for being really creepy, she probably just assumes it's, I don't know, typical somehow.
Sure. Right. And you have, at least some faith in your trustee who has years of experience. So, so you go ahead and go to bed. Okay. Cool. Well, you guys sleep through the night without incident. You're fine. And you wake up the next morning. Ooh.
I don't like that sound.
I didn't like that.
What?
So
Take that back.
so you're all sort of the first ray of this weak sunlight comes slicing between two of the trunks that are nearby to the tent and kind of making its way through the camp and slowly waking everybody up. But for Pumpkin, Pumpkin wakes up abruptly because Flan has entered her tent and has his wooden spoon and pan right next to her face, and his snout is about only like 6 inches from hers, and he's just like banging it there and wakes you up very suddenly.
Man, guide me.
And as soon as you're obviously awake, he quickly moves on and starts going from tent to tent to do that.
It's a blessing to wake up first. I feel chosen.
And he's hitting the pan. He's going, rise and shine, buttercups. Time to get this relic in our paws pronto. And so at this time, you have the opportunity to, if you guys already have your rucksacks that you've made with your characters, but if there's anything at this time that you anticipate needing for the journey through the Fearful Forest to the point of intrigue, you can pick one item now, obviously non-masterwork, to add to your rucksack.
Really?
Within reason. So let me know if there's something that comes to mind that you don't have that you would like.
Okay.
Well, no, I forgot to mention that my focus is actually it used to be like a small pink octopus, but I have no idea what it is now. It's totally ripped apart, not soft anymore, but the squeaky part is still intact. But it's like shriveled plastic around it at this point. But that's my focus. I think I'm good with my jar of licking wounds. Yeah.
What you guys know about the Fearful Forest, it's obviously dense trees. There are places in the Fearful Forest where it gets so incredibly dense that it's like it's night. It's like it's pitch black out, even if it's the middle of the day. And anything you might need to. Most relics and artifacts are found in tombs or dungeons or caverns or towers. Anything. You don't know what you're looking for. You don't know exactly where it is, so you can't really anticipate. But if there's one thing that you just want to take a stab at adding to your rucksack.
I imagine we have like light, but any other if there any sort of supernatural or not supernatural but magic light that like an object that just emits light or something like that.
You guys do not have any like relics with you.
Okay. I have a spell.
Okay.
I have a hooded lantern.
All right.
Yeah. Is Flan still like hitting the thing and it's like get
Sure.
up? I would like to walk up and just put my paw to like block the sound and then just take the pan.
Put your paw to block the sound?
Well, it was
clanging.
You mean just put your paw between the spoon and the...
Yeah.
To make it stop
And the pan?
vibrating.
And the pan and just be like, you know what, I think I'm gonna, Flan, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and take this.
That's mine!
No, we're gonna need it for our journey. Thank you so much for giving us such
You need this pan.
an item of inspiration to all of us. It's more of a symbol of your approval.
She definitely needs that pan.
Yeah.
That's going to be the main thing that we need to find this relic.
I would like to wake up to that sound
Well, I'm
throughout our journey.
I'm keeping my spoon.
Yeah, you can.
We're not monsters.
Oh, All right. Yeah. I got the short end of the stick on this one. I could have walked away with a whole spoon instead. I just got this heavy pan.
Can you make a bluff roll, please?
Oh,
Charisma
sure.
bluff roll.
Because I've got bluff.
Nice.
Ba-boom. All right,
Wow.
that is a 21.
Nice. Okay. Well, he is still kind of reluctant to give it up to you because it's like his thing. Like he always fucks with
I
you guys
know.
with it and wakes you up with it, and so he's like, "Well, you're not gonna be here, so I guess it doesn't matter. You can take it. I don't really understand why you need it, Saphia, but you always have had interesting ways of going about things, so."
And we're not going to lose it.
No.
I didn't think about that. You're gonna
Oh,
lose
no,
it.
we got to go. We got to
I'm
get
good
going.
for it. When someone says I'm good for it, you're like, wait.
You can add that pan to your inventory.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
So y'all have ways of lighting stuff? Because that is something I didn't think about.
I
don't
have,
a torch or
yeah, I
anything.
have Sacred Flame, which like I can
Oh,
do a
nice.
spell where it lights up either like an object or a person,
Okay.
and then if I concentrate, it keeps it up for a minute.
Well, are there torches just for us at the camp, like in like a supplies or anything?
You guys already have them written in your rucksacks.
I don't have it.
I have a
No.
hooded lantern.
I might actually though, because that's not one of, or no, it is one of my. Never mind. It doesn't take up a spell slot, so
That's good.
then that's.
If you guys want to fashion a torch before you leave, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do a
Yeah.
fashion
I might as well
torch.
do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would probably do that as well, or also try and find like more flint and steel just to have extra, or whatever it is that we might use to create fire.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
Right,
works for
perfect.
me.
Okay, great.
All right. So
So I do
everybody's-
have torches.
What else are we gonna need, Havana?
Well, I'm not gonna tell you. So you guys are good. Everybody added a little something to their inventory.
Yeah, ironically, I actually do. That was the first thing I have is an iron pot, so I have one as well.
Well, now we got two.
Hey, cheers!
Well, hers is a pan. So
It's Flan's pan.
This is a pan.
It's
Flan
different.
pan.
Yeah, it's a
the
flan pan.
flan pan. Okay. If we are good, then you're going to gear up with whatever you had. You look around for a little something extra, add that to your packs there, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to say goodbye to the other team. They are heading northward, and you guys are heading to the east. So you start traveling. After traveling a good distance, you begin to notice that the trees do seem to grow closer and closer together, and the canopy is slowly merging into sort of this one giant, like, opaque green cloud. As you can, it becomes increasingly hard to see. The darkness folds in on you guys, but you can still feel this like gently worn path beneath you, which is not like there's some paths that go through the fearful forest that are very much traveled and not necessarily paved or anything like that, but worn enough that they're clear and obvious even to like a merchant or something like that. But this path you're following is something much fainter and requires this skill set that you guys have as pioneers to actually keep in your grasp. And you can't really see it as the darkness comes in, but you can kind of feel it beneath you where this thin dirt line goes rather than the patches of grass that might make your footing uneven. And despite the sky disappearing, you can still hear the wind whistling audibly betwixt the tight trunks, and it almost seems like it's trying to say something to you. This is a similar sound that you would have heard at camp the night before.
Did you hear someone whispering last night in the forest? It's something like "get out," just a typical thing you might hear in a forest
No.
like that.
No.
No.
Just me? Right. I don't think
What
I was
did-
dreaming.
What did it say?
But it basically just said, get out, we don't want you here. But I mean, it's the fearless forest. right?
Everyone says that to me though.
Oh, pumpkin! Now that can't be true.
Oh, well, it is, but I'm not sad.
Yeah, it is true. I've actually heard that. But
90%.
No,
of dogs.
well then,
So not everyone.
I want you around.
Thanks.
But no, I didn't hear the forest say anything specifically.
yeah, well, just maybe keep your ears open for that, because that doesn't seem, I don't know, just in case there's something following us or something like that. It just sort of sounds the same right now.
It is getting. Oh my god.
Harold.
Get your Harold emotes in the chat.
Harold emotes.
Can we just put him like right?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Snores.
Let's go wake him up with a pan and a spoon.
He would love that.
Oh my god, he would shit.
Yeah, he would be.
He would absolutely shit.
Very afraid.
Yes.
Okay, so it is getting super dark. Like I said, you guys can feel the path if that's what you want to go with. But if you want to make any other moves there, yeah, I don't know. What do you want to do?
Can we see?
It's getting harder and harder to see.
Maybe we should light one of those torches or
Yeah,
whatever you magic.
who would go first?
Oh, yeah, I could do a little spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
could you?
Yeah. Well, I could, I could just, I can't really see where, I could just indiscriminately in front of me, cast, Sacred Flame. Man guide me. And it could cause a glow to come from whatever it hits.
Yeah, great.
If I'm successful.
Wait,
But I don't know what I would hit.
there's a chance of you not being successful.
Also,
Well, I mean, I can't see, so I wouldn't be knowing. I could light one of you guys up.
would
Here,
you?
let's why don't I here? In order
Oh,
to
wait,
do
no,
this,
but then you get radiant damage. All right. You guys, why don't you guys stay far behind me?
I'm gonna light the torch. I'm gonna light the torch.
Are you sure? Mine
idea.
seems very easy.
Look, she's good with flint. I'm good with holding things. It's.
Do you want to roll a no Arcana
Oh my gosh.
just to like
To know
remember
what-
your own spell?
Yes.
You're scaring me, pumpkin.
Actually, let me see. I have it right here. I think it's Oh.
Yeah.
Done.
I probably shouldn't do this. I mean, like, if I do it,
staring at
like
a
blindly in front of me,
It updated.
you
Are we
guys
still
are
alive?
probably
Yeah.
gonna
Okay.
be hit.
The other issue is
It has a range of 60
I-
feet.
I believe it only lasts a minute,
Yeah, and I have to be concentrating the whole time.
and it has to be on an object too.
Well,
So it would
yeah.
be like
Couldn't you do
Well,
it?
I was like hoping to hit a tree or something.
Why couldn't you do it on one of our torches?
Oh, but wouldn't you get hurt?
Let's just light the torch.
We could just
the
light it
normal
up.
way.
It might last longer that way.
I love man. You know I love man. I love man. I love man.
Yeah.
I want to light a torch.
Well, you know what?
the way
I
I'm
think
used to.
that man likes when we use fire, actual fire, real non-magical fire to light
Yeah,
torches.
fire is-
No, this is great. This is great. I'll just wait to be useful later.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I'll wait to be useful. It's like it's fun. Okay.
just to make it easier for us, while you're striking the flint onto the torch here, let me hold up my hooded lantern so you can see that a little bit better. There you go. Why don't you go ahead and hit that? Why don't you go ahead and light that torch?
Okay. Savia,
Oh, you got it?
you're
If you're-
serving me some passive aggressive.
No, that's
I'm
right.
getting it loud and clear.
If you know where you're going, then I'll go ahead and put this lantern back. There we go. We're good for the trip.
I mean, you know, we do bring her along. I mean, we've done this before. We know that
We
she
know
likes
you have a
us.
hood lantern, but you're at the back and Ren is at the front, and we want the person in the front to have the light.
Well, you can hold your lantern in the back.
No, that's
Why
fine.
don't you hold your
Lantern
lantern in the back? You hold your torch in the front, and we can go right along.
And the rest of us will wait to be useful.
And we'll wait to be useful, me and my baby.
Yeah.
Savia, why don't you just get up front with your torch, your lantern, whatever? You've had it this whole time.
Do you want to hold the lantern
How
on
much
your
time has
side?
passed?
You were just waiting for this, weren't you? You were waiting for it. Savia's been planning this. You know that.
I do.
Have you
I
guys
do
been
get
walking while you've been talking?
Yeah.
I
didn't
think
even
so,
walk along.
yeah.
You are
Probably
currently in pitch darkness.
What about the hooded
You
lantern?
cannot see.
Is it
She
just
put it away.
Bring that back out.
All right, here you go. Why don't you put it on your sides? Why don't you look all creepy in the front?
Okay.
I've waited to be useful.
And now
Look.
you're reaping your reward.
That was kind of two things you got there. That was good. That was
I
good.
feel like this could very easily slide off the back and just like splash you
Whoa.
with wax and flame. Okay, so thanks to the light, you are able to kind of regain.
No, it's like.
Pugmire's hard.
All right, now we gotta rest up.
And I don't know if you expended a spell slot yesterday, but that would have come back from your long rest.
I
You
did
cast
not.
one spell, but I didn't know if it was.
Oh wait, yes, I did bless. But actually, don't those ones not take a spell slot? So my level 1 ones do, but for some reason I remember reading that the
0 ones.
Yeah, the 0
That sounds
ones
correct.
don't. So
Yeah.
I did
It
bless
would be like a
Bane.
cantrip. Yeah.
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 Okay. So, but good to know.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so now you've got a good vision of that sort of like faint, worn path you've gone. Luckily, you haven't strayed too far off of it. It's mostly a straight shot there, so you guys are still good. That wind is still going. That feeling of being monitored by some sort of omniscient being is still present, but as of right now, nothing's coming to get you, or no immediate threat seems obvious. So
And the path is still the path.
it's a big snake now. Yes.
You won't believe this.
Oh
I think I found out the hissing sound.
So yeah, that's sort of
Well,
the environment right now.
If while we're walking along, I'll cast smell magic, because I think within anything within 30 feet for 10 minutes, I'll be able to tell if anything present for the duration. I smell the presence of magic, the unseen, and characters under unseen influence within 30 feet of me. And I'm not
Is
as
there any save for that?
Nope, I can just tell if they're within 30 feet of me. I can smell it. I can smell a faint odor of whatever you deem necessary. Oh, yeah. It's like
Okay.
a scent.
So when you cast it, the immediate effect is nothing. But since it is a 10-minute duration, as you guys continue down that path, you sort of get this intense smell of like bark and like mulch or pine as we know it, very intensely. Where
Not
you were
again.
already smelling the trees, you were smelling the ground, but this is a much more
Christmassy.
It's just like a Hallmark candle. No, no, Christmas isn't real. But you know what I mean? Just this. I say pine, not that it smells like pine, but that pine is a very pungent tree smell.
Okay.
And this is what you have been smelling, but elevated.
Okay.
And with that spell, is it just give you a smell, or does it? I felt like maybe there was an outline of the object, or.
I just smell the presence. I can probably tell where it's coming from, but it doesn't smell faint odor around any. I smell faint odor around any specific and visible character or object in the area that bears magic.
Okay. Oh, okay. So if something was invisible, you'd be able to see it, or something.
I'd be able to sense. Yeah, like.
Okay.
Yeah, I could smell it.
Well, that's what you smell.
Cool. My ears perk up. Magic.
Oh, where?
Magic.
Huh?
Well, around us. All around us.
Okay, wait. Is it like something's going to attack us in a bad way, or this forest is just really magical?
Well. I can't tell the future, but I do know that magic is upon us. Magic is upon us, or we are upon it. There, you've been alerted.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's not just pumpkin you're smelling, right?
Pumpkin.
Not this time.
No, it's a very different smell.
Okay,
It's
just
very different. I can't.
check.
I'm a very good dog. I can tell the difference between all of everything, between all the scents.
How about you give me a wisdom, just a regular wisdom save.
You got it. I have no bonuses to that, so here we go. 11.
11. Okay. Well, you can tell that from what you are smelling. It's sort of coming from. The track of it is sort of coming from up the path and to this general area off to the left.
We're getting closer to the magic, is what I can tell you. So it seems like we might just be going the right way.
Wouldn't that be great if we got this really fast? I mean, if we did, we might be able to become, I don't know, nobles of some sort, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Could be
I'm
really good.
sure.
Right? Yeah.
I'm sure. And I'm sure that we'll find it instantly.
Well,
think
I like our optimism.
Yeah, except whenever she has optimism, I don't trust it quite as much. But you know what? This time I'm going to choose to. I'm going to agree with you on this one, Pumpkin.
Oh, I feel even better about my thoughts.
And Sophia, where do you land on this, finding it instantly fortune telling?
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Well, you know what? We can just hope, right?
Cautious optimism.
We'll hope for once that maybe we will, and we'll beat the other team. Are we competing? If we're competing, we gotta beat them.
Oh,
Stop right there!
oh
And while you guys are having this conversation, this voice comes out of kind of the general area where you sensed it, but now you guys have walked up on
told you
it.
so.
But you're looking around and you don't see any human figures or humanoid figures or monstrosity shapes. You don't see, you guys stop in your spot, but you don't see any of that. If you guys want to roll, all roll me wisdom checks.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom notice, if you've got the bonus for notice.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
15.
21.
Whoa!
16.
So the three of you, but particularly Pumpkin, you're sort of looking in the area. You've heard what Twilly has said, and you know that whatever magic is over here was sort of, you've gone up to the spot, and now it's probably over to the left of you in the trees. And you look over, and there's sort of like these two thin trees in front of you, but betwixt them is this giant tree that has these features on it that like these deep sunken eyes that have these sort of like what you would kind of see as like eyebrows. They're not eyebrows, but they're telling the expression of like of anger and distrust, and then this twisted mouth that are that are set into the face of this ancient tree, and you make direct eye contact with it, and it goes, "Get out! You're not welcome here. This is our wood."
Oh. Now, I used to live a life of anger. I did. But
I sit back on a stump.
I'm marked.
Don't shit on my cousin.
Oh,
Oh,
Get off of him.
I don't like to be disrespectful of other cultures. I just listen. Anger takes us in a direction that's backwards. If you open your heart and your mind
Get out.
to
Oh, you haven't heard the best part yet.
Get out.
man.
We've been around way longer than man, way longer than dog or cat or badger or rat. And you don't belong here. And you need to leave.
Could I somehow use knowledge nature here? Would this be something that I would have come upon before?
Ooh.
Yes. Give me a knowledge nature check, please.
Okie dokie, that would be under wisdom, right?
Say it again.
Knowledge, that would be under
Yes. Yeah.
wisdom.
No, intelligence.
Intelligence just is.
Alright.
She is not very intelligent.
Yeah.
So well, it's still it's 11.
It's 11. Do you want to use any of the fortune we have?
Maybe.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, please.
I will use one of those. Thank you.
And again, with the fortune, if you want an automatic triumph, and I'm not saying this is the situation where that would work or not, but if you can justify it as like a strong character choice, then you can use it as an automatic triumph. But you really have to sort of.
Yeah, I think I'll roll again.
Okay.
That's cocked. Well,
No, wow.
that's a 4, so I'll stick with my 11.
Cool. Yes. You know it's a tree with a face.
Neat.
Can I,
But wait, was it the same voice that you heard last night?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Yes.
Oh.
Well,
Sort
it's
of.
the same energy. You know, it's not necessarily the same voice that was talking to you, but it's the same message, and it's the same kind of tenor.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
would no arcana be helpful here?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Okay, well,
Well,
You and a fortunate?
Fortunate.
Fortunate.
7. Well, let me see what it would be here. Yeah, it would still 9. Not great.
a 9.
Yeah.
Do you want to stick with that or?
Fortune.
Yeah, I'll fortune. If that's okay with everybody.
I want you to.
You got a lot of it thanks to chat. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and add 3 more to there. You guys, do you want to pick a couple of those, and you want to pick like one bead to add in there?
Yeah, we're gonna
Thank
do
you
a
to
red
Yeba,
one.
Alara, and
The
Moxie.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna need
These
that.
are fun
Quite
to
a bit.
hold.
Yeah. They're fun. Okay, 14.
14. And it's Arcana, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna say this you kind of barely recollect because you were debriefed about the Fearful Forest. You know you in particular have done a good amount of research, especially with being into things that are of ancient, of the ancients, man, and of that time period. Then you would be somewhat familiar with these entities that that encompass much of the, especially central location of the Fearful Forest is these entities called the Whisper Woods. And this one in particular, you would probably guess is just by the size, an older, more powerful one of those. Maybe not like, the king or queen of the Whisper Woods or something like that, but definitely has, with the size and the height, it is issuing some authority. So it has been there a long time. It knows a lot, and its strength is great. But they're the ones that protect the forest.
I feel like we gotta get these guys on our side, and a thing that I know about myself is that I know my strengths and my weaknesses. I would say most people don't enjoy me, so maybe someone.
Yes, I think we've encountered this before. If it's a matter of getting people on our side, well, Sophia and I have something to say.
We would like to, I believe, both use.
You guys
our-
text?
Well, we had our characters. We were like, we both have puppy eyes.
Yes. Do you want to explain what that does?
Well, it mainly just gives us advantage on charisma checks involving making friends or being polite. And that's what we are trying to do to this tree. And so for me, that looks a little bit like,
We don't mean any harm. We just want to get inside of the building, right? Is there a building? We want to get past you and just, we won't mark on any of your cousins. And we'll just be so nice, and we love trees. Please.
What does that look like for you, Sappy?
To doggy back over what my friend over here
Doggy
said.
back.
I am such a big fan of your ancient kind. And just to explain exactly why we're here, we were sent out to kind of like scout this area. What I would love to do is just like go a little bit further, turn back around and tell everyone, do not go there. So everyone can leave you alone. Because I can't tell you how much respect I have for your kind. I can't. I can try, but I can't.
Please.
You want I should just let you pass?
Just so we can look around and then come back and tell people never come here again.
You will tell them to stay out of the Fearful Forest.
I want to show you something very quickly, and I pull out Flan's pan. This is, for us, a symbol of authority. So when I go back and we tell everyone, do not tread through the woods.
when he pulls that out, I supplant myself.
Oh, yeah, oh,
we
yeah.
all
Oh.
Wow.
I even knew.
What is it that
Even
you
I
have?
knew. Even I, the wielder of the pan. And we will take this back to our kind and say, don't go that way. Leave it alone.
But you are so small.
Oh, but I think you of all wonderful folk would know that a great thing can come from just a small creature.
Untrue. Untrue.
oh.
The bigger you are, the more power you hold inside of you. The more...
Magic, Mr. Tree, we are all but saplings at the moment. We are going to grow and become bigger than you could ever imagine.
Well, then I should end you now so that does not happen.
Not as big as you.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, not as big.
Anyway.
Also, we're going to get rid of some of that stuff that's here in the forest, taking up space that you all could, grow your tree there instead. Those buildings and the stuff in there, you don't want that.
Those buildings belong to the wood.
Why?
Oh.
But they do.
They've been here for as long as I can remember.
Mm.
You cannot take them or destroy them. Is that what you're here to do, is destroy them?
Well, no, we're actually trying to help you.
Well, I don't think destroying my treasured ancient fortresses of this wood is helpful.
Okay, well then we're not doing that, but we are doing things to help you.
See, we're just a couple.
Do you guys want to roll your...
Yeah.
You would both roll charisma with advantage to...
Yes. Can it be perform, since I performed the puppy eyes?
I don't think that's how it works.
Okay.
A 12, but I'm gonna roll
I
again.
think it would just be an advantage with a regular charisma roll.
Okay.
Not doing great today.
Ooh, mommy, 21, and then 5. So we'll go with 21.
I had a 12.
A 12 with advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Fortune!
Do it. We have so much.
Yeah,
we have a lot of
thanks,
fortune.
Chad. Can I
Yes,
fortune?
Chad.
Everyone
Yeah,
got
sure.
that?
Yeah.
Ba-ba-bum. Does that mean I get to roll with advantage again?
You get to reroll 1 when you use a fortune to reroll advantage. But you can pick whichever one you want out of the 3. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'll choose the highest one.
Weird.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
That's fine.
So what was your highest
You go in
one?
the corner. 12
Did you ban your die?
for now.
So the Whisperwood sort of regards you with suspicion, but sort of the combined effort of you kind of tag teaming the Whisperwood and Twilly in particular does a very convincing job with her big ol' Shih Tzu puppy dog
And they're
eyes.
pointing away from my nose, to be totally clear. They're a little wonk eyed.
That the Whisperwood concedes and goes, "Fine, you may be on your way, only if you go back and tell your people that we don't want them here. And if I see another dog come this way, I'm going to kill it myself."
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Great and strong one. Of course you are. Of course you are.
Including you.
We'll come back a different way.
Yeah.
The trees tell me exactly where you are while you're in this wood.
Okay, we won't be long.
No, not all.
Thank you so much, great and powerful Whisperwood.
Be gone!
Bye.
So you guys scurry off, and even as you kind of scurry down the path, you can still feel that same feeling of being watched, but now it's much stronger because you know what's been watching you now, and the wind continues to whisper in a weird audible way. But finally, as you continue on, the trees begin to part steadily, and the light once again gleams off of your coats. You're able to distinguish your torch or your hooded lantern. I don't really know where we landed on that. But you find yourselves in another clearing, but this one features a gigantic stone wall that encompasses the entire diameter of the large clearing. So it's large enough that you can't really tell if it goes all the way around or what, but you can definitely see this giant stone face of a wall that's about 15 feet high that curves around almost leaving just a gap between the wall and the trees that sort of form a ring around it.
Okay.
But it is kind of it's glorious because of the size and and sort of the capacity of it, but you can tell just looking at it that glory is a bit diminished just by how it's crumbled. The facade is kind of coming apart, and there's lichen growing across the face of the stones, as if it's sort of been unattended and with a lack of repairs for a long time.
You think this is a place?
Well, it certainly is majestic. And when you said gap, that was like the doorway where we entered in, kind of? Or
There
like
would have been like a
away from
little
them.
Like a
space
doorway?
between trees that you would have popped out of, but when I
Okay.
say gap, I'm like, you can see the stone wall curves, but the forest curves with it. So there's like the curve of the forest, and then there's
Oh.
sort of this like just ring of grass around, and then there's the curve of the wall.
Does it feel like we're entering through like a doorway or a passageway or something like
Just
that? Or?
between two trees, yeah. Like
Oh,
the
wow.
path you
Okay.
came in on was barely a path. So
Right.
there's definitely no like distinguishable
What?
entrance or exit via that route.
Maybe there's a way in somewhere. If we can walk the perimeter of this wall.
Oh, I'm sure. We can just follow it, and I'm sure we'll instantly find a doorway.
Is there a way you guys can just roleplay for like 2 seconds while I go to the bathroom?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, I'm about to pee my pants.
Did anyone hear the wall talking to them?
Well, no, I just had the
Oh.
trees.
Whispering walls, maybe?
Oh, whispering. Well,
I sure don't.
I'm going to touch.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah, ask
do
man.
you... Oh, I was going to ask the wall if it knew about man.
You do you.
Do you feel like there's a hole in you? Yes. I think it's talking.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah,
Well, keep going.
I think it is.
Oh, you do too?
Oh,
Well, you were the one who heard it last night.
I for sure
Okay.
think this wall's
Oh
talking.
my god, this is the... Oh my man. I hate to take the name in vain, but this is the first time anybody has ever reacted positively to okay. Do you feel like you could join a community of maybe one other dog and find the grace of man? Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you exactly ask the wall?
If you wanted to be in a community of two
Well,
Wait,
with me.
are you...
Okay.
Okay, Pumpkin, as your mother, are you trying to enter into a relationship with a wall?
Yeah. That's what
Merely
it
a
sounds like.
spiritual one.
What in man's name? What?
It is.
You cannot be this desperate.
you know what? Yeah, no, go for it. I say go for it. It's a wall. I mean, what's wrong with that? And clearly it likes you. It's responding.
Okay.
Things have value that you assign to them, and if it gives you value, we've had this talk 47 times.
We sure have. You okay, keep going, I guess. I can't stop you.
Okay. Do you think that you're ready to take the next step into
She talking to
accepting
the wall?
Well,
man into your life?
Oh, I heard it. I heard it.
See? I'm
Clearly.
okay, Pumpkin, you did it. You assimilated the wall. Congratulations. And now I think it's time to move on. You did it. The part of your congregation, you did it. You spread the word.
You gotta tell everyone about this. This is a big one.
I'm going
You do.
to.
This is a big
You know what?
achievement.
I have other things I have to do, but
And
I'll remember.
okay, and our next step is an animate object, okay? Something
Yeah.
that can...
I mean, don't go too
Yeah.
fast. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I feel great.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Then,
I think we just march forward and try and find a doorway or something. Yeah?
yeah. Hey, I'm proud of you.
Oh. Man. All right.
So we're going to walk around the perimeter and see if we can
Okay,
get
just
into
take the
house.
time to walk around that. Okay, if you're
I like smack you over the back of your head as we walk
Was
around.
it the pan?
Since you guys are taking the time to do that, you can successfully find this without rolling to see if you do. But there's a place in the wall where it's collapsed enough that the wall is only about 10 feet high, and
Oh.
so yeah, it's just kind of crumbled down a little bit. So there's that rather than 15 feet, if that's helpful. And there's also, if you go completely around the other side on the opposite wall, which as you go around you realize it is just one big kind of circular stone wall with no doors or gates obvious to you, and on the other side you can see where a tree has sort of fallen on the edge of the wood and fallen on the wall, creating sort of like a ramp, and then like died.
Wait, what died?
The tree.
Oh, a tree.
So we
Oh,
could
okay.
walk.
Oh.
But that is all you notice. I mean, that's obvious.
Mm.
What would the purpose of a wall with no doors be? What is the purpose of that?
To keep something out or to keep something in?
Right. But like you never want to leave or go back in it. It just seems strange.
It's a good observation. I think this is where our path is leading us. I'm going to cast Small Magic again.
And that's, what is that, a 30-foot radius?
Mm-hmm.
From me.
From you, and you're on like sort of the exterior of the back side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You do not sense anything.
Okay. Well, I don't know that anything's necessarily here, but let's try to get in and make sure that there's a way out.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be worth digging under this?
Well, I say that if your gut is telling you to dig, you got to do it. But also, there's a ramp.
Yeah. We also don't know how deep this wall goes.
You're right. No, my gut's not telling me to dig, as it turns out.
Oh. Well, it's always
Who
good to
says
check
how?
in with yourself.
With my instinct, my instinct's pretty strong. No digging is what it says.
All right.
Ramp
Tree
time?
ramp? Yeah.
Ramp.
Ramp time.
Oh, so you're all gonna try and walk up the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'm going to need a balanced dexterity check from all of you.
no.
Oh no, indeed. All right, let's get those fortunes ready. Dang, how are my rolls such shite?
Yay, 19.
19.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Got an 8.
10.
3.
Jeez.
Pumpkin makes it up. Pumpkin is
Man, guide me.
maybe
Man,
gangly,
take my
but
paw and guide me.
but apparently very balanced. Perhaps the hand of man guides her and helps her be steady on this dead tree.
Maybe the
I
wall.
want to say something more eloquent, but I couldn't
Maybe
find
the
it.
wall really has entered into a community with
So
pumpkin.
wait, sorry.
Sappy did.
What were the scores again?
10.
8.
And a 3. Okay. Well, you guys, the two of you, sort of try and make your way up a little bit and fall off, but you're able to catch yourselves. Safi, you make it up a little bit farther than fall off, and then you're prone on the ground.
Ow.
You don't take any damage.
That was funny.
What happened?
I don't know. Usually pretty good at that kind of stuff.
But it was good entertainment, so.
So, Pumpkin, you're on top of the wall, sort of, and you made it up there just fine, no problems, and you're sort of looking down at them. Safi is splayed out on the ground.
Saphia, I don't like to laugh at others' misfortune.
Then
but
don't.
It's,
No, laugh.
Can you help her up?
I just maybe you can grab onto my scythe.
Did,
Is your
that
scythe
sounds...
15 feet tall?
No.
No!
Oh,
Also, what? It's sharp!
Oh, I can.
Your paws
No.
come off.
We all know why I made it up here. Everybody say it. The grace of
You are
man.
Your own.
your community.
Next.
Your wall is in a community with you now.
Yes.
Yeah, man is
Yeah,
what it
man.
is.
Legs. You balance well. I don't know.
I could bless. I think I can bless up to 3 of you, couldn't I?
Oh, I didn't use that. That's right.
You would have gotten it yesterday, huh?
Yeah, during like
So it would not be relevant. There's
No,
there's a time
but I
limit.
didn't use it. But the
You
kids,
didn't use it.
The kids still
you
tried
meant.
to steal
I'm
the
sorry.
battle.
You meant. I'm sorry. Yes, correct.
Well, I can bless up to 3 characters, so I can from above on the log.
Gosh.
like bless the three
Right.
of them.
And that just gives them a +3 to their roll.
Yeah,
Is that
to
what
their
it is?
next
Okay.
thing that they
Do you want to describe how that happens?
Yes. Pumpkin takes out her symbol of the Church of Man because for her, well, you guys have like other spellcasters have to be touching their focus.
Artisans, yeah.
I have to be touching my symbol of the Church of Man. And my symbol is it's just like a carved piece of wood that has like a hand, like a dog's face staring straight, and then like a hand, like a human hand touching.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Love that.
So she like holds on to that, and then she like stares into like each one of their eyes.
Oh, Pumpkin.
And
I've
then
never gotten used to this.
and then she says her prayer. A few wild dogs took it upon themselves to watch over man, to bark when he is in danger, to run and play with him when he is lonely. That is why they call us man's best friend. Did you all internalize that?
You guys would, when she does finish the prayer, you would, like I described for Safia earlier, you would feel that really strange but comforting warmth kind of bubble up and inside the center of your chest and sort of feather out into your extremities, and something does feel different, and as Pumpkin said, she's blessed you guys many times before, but you never get used to it, and it always is sort of this new, mysterious, magical experience.
My left leg twitches just slightly.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a fortune for this very nice character move.
Yes. So can we redo these?
Yeah, so I would roll the
balances?
dexes again, but make sure you're adding a +3 to your rolls.
Yay! Gosh, dang it.
Well, of course, as well to your to your bonus for dexterity or
And
balance.
I got an 8 this time.
11.
What's happening right now?
Man, why do you forsake me?
What did you get?
An 11.
Well, this is unfortunate because you guys make it most of the way up, but then fall off. What'd you get?
8.
So you fall off. You're prone on the ground, but the two of you are high enough up that when you fall, you actually do take 3 points.
Oh my gosh!
falling damage.
Okay, well, that didn't
How many
work
points?
like I thought.
How many do you guys have?
I have 11.
I got 10.
Let's just say 1.
Okay.
I rescind my last order of 3 and give you a 1.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna.
Yeah, no more
Try, yeah.
So you guys just really like hit a shoulder hard or like a knee or something, and it just like it, like funny bone style.
I think
It was
I
funny
fell
when it
off
was
when
you.
like my leg twitched, like started twitching really hard, and I just toppled over.
Yeah, it was funny when it was you. It's not as funny.
So
now.
you're all
Yeah.
prone on the
Yeah.
ground,
Yeah.
and two of you have at least
Well,
yelped out in some
Describe
sort of
what you see
real
up
pain.
there.
Yeah, I'll scout ahead.
Okay, so you turn around. You just need to face the other direction to see what the contents of the wall. And within the confines of that wall, all you can see is complete emptiness. It's this wide open patch of gentle grass that reaches to the edges of this stone circle and begins creeping its way up the side of the stone enclosure. And not even a single stone interrupts the small green waves as they poke placidly out of the earth.
Are there any like other doorways in that I can see? No.
You can roll a notice check if you'd like.
Sure. And is that wisdom? What is that?
Notice is going to be oh yeah, wisdom. Mm-hmm.
Cool. 16.
Yeah, there are them rolls.
You see the crumbled edge on the other side of the wall. That's only 10 feet.
Oh. There's another part that's only 10 feet.
Oh yeah, we saw that. We saw that, and then we just completely bypassed
Yeah, we
it.
sure did.
And
We
it's
thought-
beautiful. It's just
Really?
grass. It's just, there's nothing
Wait,
else.
there's nothing in there.
Nothing.
Then what are we doing?
I think I should jump in.
Oh,
What?
Pumpkin, but then you'll be all alone. We can't even climb up a ramp without you. How are you going to get
Yeah,
out from the
give
other
it-
side?
Give it 1 second.
Or, I
Let's
don't
just
know,
keep
should I
going.
throw something in there and see if something happens?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I got a belt pouch.
But
with
don't
some-
jump in there by yourself.
You catch, and I want to chuck like a broken bit of stone, like.
A broken. Oh, from
Like
the
from
ground.
the-
I
yeah,
thought you
from
just
around.
had that. I was like, okay. I like to collect rocks. Yeah, you can do that. You're gonna need to make a dex to see if you catch it.
All right, we'll see.
Oh my gosh.
10.
Yeah, you catch it,
Ah.
but awkwardly and embarrassingly.
I'm like, oh.
It bumbles out of your hands and then you snatch it back up again.
Nice catch.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Ma. Okay, I'm gonna throw it.
Harold.
Can't guide me.
The rock tumbles to the ground, rolls somewhere towards the center, and remains still.
Oh, nothing happened.
Okay.
Well, I didn't even sense any magic here. I mean, maybe we're close, but we're just sniffing up the wrong wall.
Could I?
I will just say that from what Pumpkin is telling you, and from what you've discovered just by traveling the outside of the circle, it is very large. Your smell magic only has like a 30-foot
That is
radius,
true.
which in character you wouldn't be like 30 feet and then I'm good, but
Right,
there's
right.
limitations
Right.
to your magic, and to the extent of which it can reach.
I've
so.
tied my 50 foot of rope.
You have rope?
Yeah.
You have rope? This whole time, Safia? What
When I
actual-
typed up the notes on the like loadout screen, I just wrote one sentence that just said rope. You always need rope in like all caps.
Oh my gosh. So you have it? You just happen to have this?
Well, see, the thing that we've got to learn with Safia is that we should ask if she has something before we start doing anything ever.
I also have this spell to knock down stone walls.
No, you
See?
don't. No,
Okay,
Safia.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not-
a good joke.
I'm
You're
not.
like way up there.
That's a good joke.
Okay.
Yeah, let's use your rope. Let's use your rope.
All right. Well, I can tie it to the pan and then chuck it over the 10-foot thing. Make sort of like a grappling situation. We can pull ourselves up.
With
Ding.
the pan?
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
Yeah, or you could get
You
hurt.
could tie me. I could go in, and then if something happens, you can all try and pull me out.
Either way. Or she can go in and she can hold the rope and we can climb in. Either way. Yes, I think we should give
I think there's
Pumpkin
many
the
ways
rope.
we can use this rope. Yeah.
Okay. I've still tied it to the frying pan, so I would like to just chuck it up near.
Oh my gosh.
Give me
Pumpkin.
a strength check.
Okay. Oh no.
Pumpkin catch.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
What happened?
It's a 4.
Why do we suck?
You guys do so.
Man.
Would you
Man,
like to
damn
spend the
it.
fortune to re-roll that?
Can I spend a fortune?
Yes.
please.
Yes,
Get that 4 out
do
of it.
better.
Thank you, Chad, again for all the fortune.
Thank you.
I
you.
would have been handing it out more. I feel like I've only rewarded Kelly for character stuff, but I think you're all doing a great job. It's just we already have so much of it.
Yeah.
So wait, the first time you're like,
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. So in the game, 2 characters can work together to accomplish a task. So if you're gonna throw it to Pumpkin to catch, then you can work as a team to accomplish the task.
Let's do
let's
that.
work together for throwing.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna need is a
Okay.
dexterity roll to catch it,
Okay.
and whoever has the highest modifier is going to get to roll with advantage.
Well, I have 0.
I got -1 on strength,
Okay,
so
well,
you're
I
good.
guess
There you go.
roll.
So you're rolling with advantage for your dex.
Ah. Wow. Last minute.
What's happening? Are you guys okay?
Oh no.
We're not the ones who built an unscalable wall.
It's literally like medium hard to do this. Like it's not difficult.
This tree is
You're
so
working
slippery.
All right.
I've
I'm gonna
oiled
cast
it
a
up.
spell.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
6.
cast magic missile at the wall.
Yes. Yes.
Let's
do it.
I'm not gonna do that because I know that's not.
Could
gonna
I
work.
use Voracious Learner to maybe see if I know anything? So basically, with Voracious Learner,
You would have. It's about. You've
anything
done a lot
I
of
might
research.
have heard about or read in the past, I get an advantage on intelligence checks. So could I see if I
You recall a story once that said it's not very hard to throw things.
Oh,
Why
no.
is it so hard for you to throw things?
I meant on the when I look in.
The grounds.
There's no roll for that. Oh no, you have to roll an intelligence check, but with advantage. So yeah, go ahead and roll. You can roll an intelligence check with advantage.
So that's 21. 17.
Dang.
Okay, so with a 17, you can, and with your voracious learner
So I got 21.
trick.
Yeah.
Skill?
Trick.
You can recall, since you spend a lot of time studying your religion, you spend a lot of time studying the ancients, things like this, and based on that, looking back into your mind's eye, you can remember a few stories about relics and artifacts that have been recovered in the past from similar situations where they're not necessarily this particular style of wall, but encompassed by giant walls that are unyielding and do not provide conventional entrances and exits. And this was because whoever originally had control of that, or whatever entities took over after that, they had either the skill set or the magic to overcome the wall with ease, but were keeping out a lot of monstrosities or animals that were not uplifted out of the sphere just by making such large walls and not providing conventional entrances.
Or dogs.
Or dogs just rolling bad.
Now, this I'm remembering from my many years of study, that an insurmountable wall encompassing, seeming impossible to get over, which, I mean, it is clear.
It's a hard one.
We have
It's a
proved
hard
that
one.
this is a tough wall. I think there's something in there that we could get. So we just got to figure out how to get you guys
Why don't we try the broken part of the wall?
the 10-foot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you can't catch for sit.
No.
Okay.
No. I tried.
Okay. Yeah, let's try a wall. Who doesn't need to catch anything?
Yeah, we can do that. Also, we can try to grapple again. I'm still not opposed.
Do you want to
No,
try taking
That's what we're saying. We're
Oh,
gonna
okay,
use
yeah.
the 10-foot thing where Pumpkin won't interfere with her terrible
Yeah, my hands. My paws.
clumsiness.
So you would walk along the edge of the top of the wall and meet
Yeah,
them
and I'll
over
meet
there.
them there.
Okay.
Okay. All
And
right.
you guys walk over there, no problem.
Great. I'm gonna swing my pan rope. up
Okay, give me a.
Wait, is that a strength roll?
Do you want an
-1.
assist from Pumpkin?
Hey, I'm a helpful friend.
Yes.
You can throw it over the wall, or you right next to Pumpkin, or you can throw it to Pumpkin.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, last time it didn't work.
Yeah. But let's try
We can
one
try.
more
We
time.
can try. Okay.
You can also see down the other side of the wall. There's nothing that the pan would hook on, you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
If
I
you
mean,
just
it would
throw
be.
over,
yeah.
It would be.
You're heavier than a pan.
Honestly, we could just keep trying until you catch the
Yeah.
darn thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I just keep trying until something sticks.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just see how many
Ready?
times it takes then.
Okay.
Wait, I think you're rolling first. You're rolling a strength.
Right, because we're working together, right? But then you roll it with advantage.
I roll
That's
with
an
it.
8. So that's a
Ooh!
17.
Okay.
Dang.
If you're still working together, we can go ahead and
Sure.
roll to see if you're going to triumph or anything like that.
19.
And you have advantage?
19.
Okay. Well,
Go
very
for it, then.
easily. The wall here is it's 5 feet lower, so much easier for you to huck it up there. Much easier for you to grab onto it at that height, and you're a little less nervous about toppling off at that height rather than 15. Not much, but so you're able to catch it fine, and then once you have it anchored and you've got a hold of the rope, you all will be able to climb it while Pumpkin holds it without issue.
Yay!
Not all at once.
It's pretty ridiculous that it took us this long. How long have we been working together? I mean,
Should we rest?
I think
we need a
nap.
nap. I think that is what a dog would do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all get on top of the wall.
Sweet.
And you see the same thing that Pumpkin described to you.
Wow.
With the one piece of little.
Now there's
shard.
a stone in there, yeah.
I guess since we're all here, we should go down into it, right? See if we can find anything else. Maybe you can smell something else. Get a
Maybe,
little closer.
maybe. Let's
Yeah.
take the rope with us just in case.
Yeah, we don't want anything coming
And
in
how
from
are you
behind
guys
us.
getting down?
Jumping?
10 feet.
Oh, we could climb. We could just climb.
Climb.
Yeah. From the rope.
Oh, well, how about I could hold it and you could climb down, and then I'll jump and you can catch me.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope I
You're
don't
the
crash you.
biggest. You're the biggest
I'm
one.
the biggest one.
Wait. Yeah.
Who's
That's
strongest?
probably not a good
Probably-
idea.
plus
I'm negative one.
I'm 0.
Oh
So it
my
would be
gosh,
me.
none of us are strong.
It would be me.
That's
plus
amazing.
1. That's
You
sad.
truly are the Grim Reaper. It's insane.
Oh yeah.
Okay, everyone, climb down, and then you'll catch my body.
The top is totally like smooth. The top of the wall that we're standing on.
I mean, it's crumbly, and you're at the 10-foot dip part, and so that is the reason it's only 10 feet tall. Is it sort of collapsed in that spot to a minor degree.
So there's no wedge that we can just put that pan in.
Hook it in there. Give me a search check.
Which falls under intelligence,
Search
right?
it up. Yeah.
Hey.
Or is that wisdom?
It is wisdom.
18.
18. Okay, well, you're able to find like a tight crack in the rocks there that you could potentially wedge the rope into with that anchor, with the pan. But you also realize if you do that, you're going to lose the rope and the pan. So that's up to you. That's up to you.
But we definitely don't want that pen. I don't want to hear
Yeah.
that ever again.
Aw.
I'm fine without the pan.
No,
rope,
the
though.
rope.
Let's try to catch. Let's
Here,
just try to catch
Just try
something.
to catch
Okay.
my body.
I mean,
Okay.
you know, if we
Okay.
don't, this grass looks really soft, so you'll be fine. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
you can tuck and roll.
Yeah.
If we all get cowardly and run away from your body falling down on top of
Then
us.
you'll have to tuck and roll.
Yeah, so just be prepared for that.
Oh, but I trust you. Okay. Ready?
Good.
Trust
I'm
you.
gonna hold it for
Okay.
us to go down.
So you guys go without consequence.
Great.
And then if you just want to give me a dexterity check actually to get down, you might be able to do it without being caught, but you might need an assist if you roll
Okay.
one.
20.
Oh,
Okay, well, if you want to
there they are.
describe this,
okay.
I think you very impressively dismount from that wall and,
Yeah.
and land safely on the ground.
I put my arms like straight out,
Oh my gosh.
and then I like turn around,
Do you fucking trust fall?
and I trust fall backwards. But no one comes in to catch me. But I like my my symbol of Church of Man, like flies out of my pocket as I'm falling, and it like hits me on the head, and then that pushes me to start doing a flip, and then I land just like on my feet as and I'm like, oh, and I catch the symbol of man, and I say, thank you, man, and then I put it back. All right.
I almost caught you. I was right there. Oh, you just fell faster than I thought. You just fell faster.
Yeah, I mean, clearly you didn't need us, so it worked out.
I almost caught you. Go. You're my
Oh.
baby.
Oh, it's the thought that counts.
We're so forgiven.
All right, you guys are now all in the circle.
Ooh, let's go towards the center.
Yeah.
Or, let's go towards
Yeah.
the center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to go to where the rock kind of tumbled to,
Okay.
and then pick it up and kind of throw it again. If that makes
In,
sense.
in
To,
a
like,
direction or
straight ahead.
My
aiming
instinct
for-
says, get that rock! And I'm going to go run after it and put it in my mouth. I don't know why I just had that sudden urge to do that.
I mean, that is one of those man things, right? We got to fetch.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You say
It
that
must
all
be
the
the
time.
environment.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
bring it
well,
back and drop it
Well,
at your
nothing
feet.
happened except for Twilly chased it and brought it back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you did great, Mom.
Thank you so much.
Hey.
And the transporting
Good
manner.
manners.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry, my...
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh wow, look at us. We're such a family.
Yeah, that's one word for us.
All right, I'm gonna cast my smell magic again as we move away
Where
from the
are you
diameter.
in the circle?
Moving towards the center, I think.
Okay. So when it goes off this time, and how many is this taking up a spell slot for you to use? That's a free one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, every time I do it, I squeak my.
Yeah.
My voice is so weak, so I can't get the thing. That's it. Yeah, it won't do it though, because I've been screaming too much.
I've just been screaming. So you use smell magic towards the center, and when that happens, you do sense something. And when you follow, your nose follows the scent of the smell magic, you're brought to the exact center of the middle of the circle.
Ooh.
What you sent?
I don't say anything until I get there, and my tail is up and pointed, and my ears are as much pointed as a Shih Tzu's can be. But when I get there,
Yeah, we've done it. We found it. This is so magical right here. It's so magical.
Well, that's good, but I don't see anything. So
what
else?
is it?
Oh, just sniff around. Everyone sniff around. It's here. It's here. Something's here.
Okay.
So with smell magic, you don't necessarily visually see an aura,
no.
but you do smell it, and in that way you sense it.
Okay.
So it's one of those. What is it? Is it synesthesia?
Yeah.
Where you like smell colors and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that.
synesthesia.
It's a
Okay.
little bit like that, where you're not like literally seeing a glow around an object or something, but the sense you are getting, you feel the aura of this shape in the middle of the ground that is a circular hatch with a handle.
In the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Open whatever it is. It's here. Open it.
Open what? It's just grass.
No, search.
I start digging. Now my instinct's telling me to dig.
Oh, okay, dig. I like
Alright.
digging. Let's all
Can I
dig.
do no arcana? that be
Sure.
helpful?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Recall info and lore about magic, spells, masterwork, relics, read language of the old ones.
And just while Kelly is rolling, you guys are both digging. You really can't dig because as soon as you dig your claws into the earth, it's very shallow, and it's almost like there's just a thin mask of grass across the top of the hatch, and it is uncovered almost instantaneously.
Oh,
But
okay.
Oof, 9.
do you want to stay with that?
No, let's
Do it.
Oh my
Let's
gosh,
do
we have
it.
so many. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give that our time.
Yeah.
I love these little.
I
They're
know.
so cute.
Yeah, they're really cute. Okay. 20.
Yeah, you know everything about it.
Ha! Okay, so that's what we call a triumph, which means you win.
Game over!
We won, we found it.
Congrats.
Fastest adventure
What a fun
ever.
time.
Yeah. Wow.
Pumpkin's on fire.
So what happens is you sort of uncover it. Pumpkin sees that you've uncovered this hatch, and she sort of waves you mysteriously out of the way.
Oh,
And she bends down on it. She examines the top of it, makes an assessment, opens the hatch, and now she's sort of tinkering around with something like attached to the hinges of the hatch. And what you are sort of asserting is that there was a magical trap on this hatch, but either recently or a while ago, it was triggered and not fixed or reinstated or whatever you'd like to say. And because you got that triumph, you not only can discern that trap occurred, but you can actually take pieces of that mechanism that allowed that magic to go off, and you can keep those, and then at a later time when you have time to deal with it, you can reconfigure it
Oh.
and reactivate the trap. It's not something you're going to be able to do right now.
Yeah.
It's something like you would do during a short or a long rest, is sort of piece that back together with the knowledge you have of this sort of like magical mechanism. But you can add that to your inventory.
Yay.
Magical
trap pieces.
Magical trap pieces.
That's amazing. Good job.
Oh
Pumpkin.
boy. You two did such a wonderful job. I just want you to know that look what you uncovered here.
But yeah,
A magical trap.
I mean, you found it.
It's already been disarmed, so I'm just gonna take these pieces and I'll have fun with this later when we're resting. But someone's been here.
So it was a trap.
Yeah.
Recently?
Oh yeah.
Oh, well,
You don't
I'm
know.
not sure. In the past it was triggered.
And it's hard to tell with something like this is like, did someone get in and it go off and they got hurt and something happened to them? Or is it something like whoever set it, disabled it to move through it and then didn't re-enable it? You know, it's not something that you can tell if it was activated or disabled or triggered or whatever. So,
Well, the thing we're looking for may be here, may not, but I'm just so glad to have spent this time with you. So we should go in.
Yeah, let's go in.
I like that.
Very grateful for you as well.
Oh, thank you.
So when you guys look down into the hatch, you can see it's very
It's exhausting being so positive.
you can see it's just a shaft of very deep darkness, but you can see at the edge of one side there is like a rickety wooden ladder leading down into the abyss.
Let me, so I've, like, the entire time while all of this is going on, I've just been, like, sitting. And, like, I've just been like, good job,
What a
team.
good dog.
Scratching
Yeah.
at your ear.
Get your lantern thing out. Looks like we'll need it.
Oh, yeah.
So I get my lantern out, and I hold it above the opening. And then I get the pan, and I drop it down
you do
the
have the pan.
opening.
Okay.
Okay. 10 seconds later, you hear it hit the ground.
Wowee!
Clang, clang, clang.
Okay, I'm gonna
clang.
step away from the hole a little bit. That's a deep,
Is there like a ladder or something? That
Yeah,
we can
the
Yeah, that's what I
Okay,
said.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's climb down. Seems like we'll be going for a while.
And hopefully the ladder's fully intact. We'll find out.
Was that a positive statement? It sounded kind of like one, but it didn't really seem like it, which is
No,
unusual.
no.
Yeah.
Pumpkin's like staring hard into middle distance.
Oh no. It's
Okay.
okay, Pumpkin.
Okay.
What if, let's see, 10 seconds, 9.28 meters per second. No,
Whoa,
it's gonna
whoa,
be
whoa!
six-
Hold
no,
on, baby. I didn't do math. Hold on.
No, that's fine.
It's deep, okay? It's not like forever. It's just like deep. Oh my god.
So, that's
Stop.
fine. That's fine. We don't have to solve it again. So, what one of us, we can tie the rope to this top rung and then like climb down in case the ladder does collapse while we're going down. Like,
Oh,
keep
yeah.
the
really
rope
smart.
with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the person, like one of us can stay at the top and untie it and climb down as long as the entire ladder is like intact, if that makes sense.
I think the smallest one of us should go first. I think that's me.
Yeah, I think.
In that case,
Oh, yeah, it is.
I am in agreement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for
All right,
it.
I'm gonna go down first. I'm gonna use the ladder, but also I have the handicap of the rope.
Zero consequences. You're fine.
It seems great. I'm down here. I've hit solid ground.
What you say?
You've put your foot on the ground. There's a loud crunching beneath your, and you do not have a light source. You do not know what it is.
Uh-oh.
Do you see my? We should have sent the lamp. with
Yeah,
you.
we should have sent the
I'm
lantern.
just-
It is a dry snap, and it is mini.
Okay, I have my torch and flint, so I'm gonna try to do that with.
You're gonna have to roll at a disadvantage to light a torch in pitch blackness.
Okay,
Or
disadvantage.
it's not pitch black, but it's definitely low light. So
I'll give it a shot. If not, they'll come down soon. Okay, so any bonuses to that? Any ability scores?
So this would be. I'm gonna say this would be a dexterity check, just general dexterity.
Cool. Okay, so that would be a 3 on the die and a 4 on the die. So we're at a
Wow.
So
4.
you sort of realize the consequences of your decision. of your self-imposed kind of suggestion is that you're now standing in something you can't really tell. Do you have low light vision?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you can kind of make out what's going on. You can see some candles in the corners of the room sort of scattered about, but they're very dim and they're very sort of like low. And there's not any near like the direct center of the room. And so you can't really tell what's under your paws, but you can tell it's brittle, it's cracking, and the noise is something that makes your fur stand on end.
Everyone, be really quiet when you get down here and hurry.
Okay, who's the next smallest?
I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doberman.
You.
I'm definitely small.
Yeah.
I'm definitely small.
I'm definitely small. I'm gonna climb down on the ladder.
Bring your lantern.
Oh yeah,
with
bring
the
that
lantern
lantern.
that is lit.
0 consequences going down the ladder.
Great.
No problems whatsoever.
Hey, how's it going down here?
I don't know. What do you? What do we say?
Snakes. No.
Crackly snakes.
No.
Crinkly snakes.
So you
Again?
experience the same sensation when your paws hit the ground
Oh,
too.
why did you not warn me?
I did it.
So your fur also just stands on end. It's sort of one of those things that just like instinctually you know it's the worst thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those noises where you're like, oh, this is the worst. And that's how your body reacts. Like nails on a chalkboard kind of thing. But in this situation, bones.
It's bones. Of course
Just
it's bones.
a pile of remains as you move your lantern down to sort of see what's going on.
Do I see my pan?
Your pan. Oh, because you threw it down there. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of lodged itself in the pile.
Are the skulls of canine?
Do
descent?
a no nature check.
Okay, cool. I don't have that one, so just intelligence.
So many subs, guys. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Dog it. That's a 9.
Am I caught up on here? Probably not. No, I am. Okay.
A 9.
A 9 for your no nature check. So close.
Ooh, skulls.
So close. But yes, you are very much just like.
Bony bones.
And I think your eyes are still adjusting. You were down there in very low light. Now
Okay.
Safia's here with a bright light, and maybe that's sort of messing with how you're kind of
I also
seeing
stepped
things.
on some skulls. Probably they cracked open. Who knows what?
They're maybe not all intact either, but
Okay.
you definitely. I mean, you can recognize a dog skull, but it's not the only sort of bone going on. There's other body parts, and there's perhaps other types of skulls you're looking at, but you're not too certain.
Okay. Who's next?
I don't know that much about nature. I'm gonna wait.
Me, I guess?
I'm probably the tallest, yeah.
Okay.
You're just a little slinky gal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, be careful before you. Just so you know, we got bones.
What?
We got
Bones?
bones down
What?
here.
We're standing on a pile of bones.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, that's weird. I'll go down.
So same sensation, but you're prepared for it. It would still raise hairs on you, but you're expecting it, so it's a little less
Good job
jarring.
on warning her this time.
Yeah. Would I know what these are with being a hunter, or like what kind of?
If you want to give me a no nature check. Damn it.
My water bottle.
I thought you were going to say my water break.
Ma'am.
So calm.
It's an
Ew. Also, I'm not pregnant.
an 8.
An 8. You
okay.
you have a very similar reaction to
Yeah.
Twilly. It's just the change of like day to dim light to sort of like catching this lantern out of the corner of your eye and this sort of disorientation of stepping on remains, you know. So you may come to the same assumptions as Twilly.
Yep, bones. There's bones. There's bones down here, Pumpkin. Just, you'll probably like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming down. I'm gonna untie the rope so we can bring it down with us, and I'm gonna go down the ladder.
Yep, you can come down with it. Oh,
Right.
no,
Ladder
wait.
breaks entirely.
It turns into snakes.
Yep.
Shoots
I'm so
and
tired.
ladders.
Yeah.
Snakes and salads. It's my board game. I'm It's
Snakes and
patented.
salads.
You can't take it.
Guys, it's already patented.
It's just where you get a salad and it either has snakes in it or it doesn't.
Oh.
And you eat it, and you either have eaten snake or you haven't. So
It's an expensive game. A little bit of a money suck.
did you say it's snake expensive?
Snakes.
For sure. Snake expensive.
Wow.
Also patented.
Okay, you experience the same sensation.
Yeah, we told you.
Not fun.
But I don't have no nature, so I'm not gonna try.
Can I just? No, I don't. I don't.
Oh yeah, can I just try to like look at them using?
Well, you also, like, if you've
Wisdom?
ever read about bones, you
Oh.
might know about bones, right?
True.
Oh yeah.
If I've ever read or heard about bones.
If you want to use voracious learning to just roll advantage on an intelligence check,
Yeah,
you can do that.
I'll do that.
But you wouldn't get any skill modifiers from anything.
Okay.
Hmm.
19.
Dang, Kelly.
Fishing for crits.
No.
Okay,
Dang,
so with a
that's great.
19, you can go back and having knowledge of the certain of people and animals and demons and such like that. Knowing that research and
I've
learning
read
about
so many
their
books that have like skeletons in them.
Sure. Yeah. So you do have
Yeah.
some knowledge of like the general anatomy and the population of the world, if that makes sense. What kind of creatures and people make up the world. So you can see it is a mix as you're inspecting the bones. You can see dog bones of uplifted dogs, but you can also see canine bones, which is referring to dogs that have not become sentient. They're not they haven't been uplifted, so they're not like you guys. They're sort of more this dogs as we know them today. And you see badger bones. You can tell that by the wider head shape as that, and their legs are shorter than dogs and things like that, and cat and rat bones as well.
No human?
Humans don't exist? Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
These aren't like ancient bones.
Ancient bones.
No, they're like a fun new pile.
Okay.
Oh, like it's our new bones.
Oh, these are new bones.
Like Halloween
I
night
don't-
trick or treat.
No,
pile
No,
of bones.
and just for general knowledge, no one knows what humans look like.
Oh, really?
There's like that's why to some dogs that they're revered as gods is because they're sort of they're unknown. They're sort of this mystery of a past time that your people now have absolutely no knowledge of.
So,
And that's why the relics are so valuable is because they are the only thing left over from this time period, maybe over 1,000 years ago that you really don't have any perception of. Not you specifically, but anybody has any sort of grasp on.
there's no bones that I'm like, what is this? I know they're like badger,
Right. Yes.
cat,
You can
dog.
identify maybe not every single piece because sometimes all femurs look the same, but you know what I mean. The parts you can find, you can identify multiple species from that.
So my concern here is either a bunch of different folks have tried to get in here and have died, or something is eating things and leaving them here.
We can also add some minis now.
Yay.
I don't.
Minis!
You're this one, right?
Mhm.
Omar. If you guys just want to, I'm just going to pass these sort of humanoids around, and if you just want to, this one might be good for you, Amy. If you just want to pick one and place it there in the center.
Oh, I remember these.
But sorry, say it one more time, Megan.
Well, I'm just a bit worried that maybe there's something here that's eating. Like, this looks like maybe a pile of bones after dinner. Or a bunch of folks have come here and tried to get in and have died in the process with maybe that trap. But that's a lot. Right?
Or it was just a bunch of people or beings wanted to come and share their last moments together and just all passed away in their sleep.
Yeah, like some sort of cult thing, like mass suicide thing.
Cult, group of friends, whatever.
Sometimes this positive twist thing is actually darker than if there wasn't one. It's interesting.
Yeah.
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 So either way, I'm a bit worried about our surroundings here.
And rightly so.
Thank you,
Thank you, Esdo.
Now, this is my worst nightmare come true.
Oh, sorry, I need to
Imagine
add
if
points.
Graham and other one, Graham and
For
Percy
Alyssa.
came by. Yay, thank you.
Yay, thanks, Alyssa.
Imagine if Graham and Hersey were here. They'd mark everywhere.
Absolutely.
I would like to, since I have the lantern, kind of like
Which one did you pick?
Almost this one.
Oh, okay.
look to see
Ooh, nice.
this
That's Barky, isn't it?
Mhm.
Oh, was it?
to detect the dimensions of the chamber. To the best of my ability,
yes,
without moving around
okay,
too much, but
so-
just kind of like are there walls and stuff.
So you're gonna take a moment to look around. So what you can kind of perceive is, like I said before, it's dimly lit. It would be considered low light. So having a light source, if you don't have low light vision, is pretty crucial. But the thing lighting this chamber is sort of these dimly lit candles all scattered randomly about the room. But you can see they're short, and you can see they're not putting off a lot of light as like maybe like a fresh candle would with like a lot of wick left or a lot of wax left. They're dwindling. And you can kind of get a general notion of how big the room. It is relatively large. It's going to probably be like, and it's misshapen. So it's probably going to be, by the best of your assumption, like 20 feet by 15 by 20.
Okay.
And there's nothing really else in there except for the those candle lights and the bones in the center. Do you want to like search any particular part of the room, or?
I want to go get my
I'm gonna dig in the.
pan.
I'm gonna dig in the bones as much as that disturbs me.
Well, that's where your pan is.
You want to help me get my pan?
Yeah, I do.
Great, thanks.
I gotta face my fears, and that is bones.
So yeah, you can get that back fine.
Cool.
Do I find anything else in the pile of bones?
No, you don't. Give me a search check, wisdom search check.
13.
So, you don't really find anything, but just what you can observe generally about the bones is you feel like they've been really cleaned off. You know, there's not like a lot of flesh hanging, or there's no flesh hanging off them, or any sort of like, fleshy particles or anything like that. So they've been sort of like.
They're
cleaned
either
off.
really old or, like you said, something's eaten them.
Yeah.
Well, let's examine the perimeter.
Yeah. Let's look around.
Okay, when you examine the perimeter of the room, you do see that you can kind of tell that it used to be sort of like, angular, sharp edges of walls, but pieces of that have been dug away, and there's sort of these piles of like granulated dirt that are stacked up randomly against the walls and particularly high in like corners. And yeah, do you if you want to do anything more particular, if you can just roll a search check.
Okay. Y'all all want to do that?
Sure.
Yeah, I will too. Maybe dig in the dirt.
Yeah, baby, there it is. 19.
19.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. So hard.
Do you have any skills in like
History.
history? Okay. Kelly, will you grab me a Coke, please? Thank you. Just regular. I love me some calories. I love the corn, the fructose, all of it. Thank you. So you have knowledge history.
Yes.
Okay, so since you got a really good search check, you can see when you're inspecting sort of down low on the walls, you're inspecting those dirt particles, you're inspecting the candles, and what you come to realize is when you get up close to the candles is that they're resting on top of skulls, and the wax is sort of dripping down into where their the sockets where their eyes would have been, or where their snout would have been, and it's sort of making its way. So indication being it's deliberate.
Right.
And you sort of having a bit of a history background, you feel it's connected to some sort of necromantic practices.
Okay, so I tell all you guys this. I tell you folks that this is bad. This is bad. And also the fact that it's still burning. I mean, someone might be down here right now. You know, you don't even know. But yeah, they're burning through. They're burning wax in the skulls. Who knows what kind of magic and terrible sorcery this could mean?
Yeah, that doesn't seem good. So.
And of course, additionally, when you're walking the perimeter, you'd see these exits.
Thanks
So
for the
Hey.
there's two behind where you guys landed. There's one off to the right, and then there's sort of this wider path off to your left. Or
Okay.
this is, I didn't put the compass on here, but if you guys have a knowledge of what direction you're facing, that's north up there.
Well, I guess best we can hope for is that we find this relic really fast and we don't run into anything. So maybe if we're very quiet and sneaky, we won't.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, which way do you want to go?
Well, I say we pick one unless you smell a particular direction that's better than another, or anyone else has a thought.
Did you catch the necromancy part?
Oh. There's some necromancy. Can I do no arcana? Or did we already find out what there is to know? About
She's pretty much confirmed. She
Okay.
did a good search check. She has a history in, or she has a history with history. she knows about history. So based on
History
those
and
things, Twilly
We go way
is.
back.
Nice.
She was able to just kind of reflect on that knowledge to inform her that this display, this deliberate display of the candles and the skulls in this way, which is the skulls resting on. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. That is in line with necromantic
Okay.
displays and necromantic like practices.
Not
Not necessarily full on ritualistic, but on brand.
On brand.
Oh.
Well, let's go down this passageway that we just find ourselves in
Okay.
right
Yeah.
away.
You've got a bunch of options here.
I think. Bop.
That's good for you guys.
Sure.
So just, yeah.
I would like to pull out 2 darts just to have them on hand.
Mm.
2 darts.
I got some darts.
You just throw them?
No. I mean,
Oh.
like, I just want to have them.
Darts?
I don't know what darts are.
He's
Those
readying
darts.
his darts.
Wait, what are they?
Are they like daggers?
Little
They're like
daggers?
throwing
Daggers you can
darts.
throw. They're darts.
Okay.
Like you might
like
do
Do they have any
at a
extra-
pub.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't a pub. It's not the time or the place, Sappy.
That's up to you. That's
A cat pops out of nowhere. Knows your name.
Get back down.
Sure. Yeah, you can ready that. That's fine.
Great. Just to
Um,
have them just to...
Totally. You look cool too.
Thanks.
But
But
all
how do I
right.
look in character?
I mean, also cool.
Nice.
But you're right.
That's
I was
really
just talking
important
about you, Omar. Okay, so you guys can. This is what you all want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would travel down this path. I didn't do a great job of drawing it, but
Good.
it goes
Yeah.
under.
Mhm.
It goes under here, and then you'd end up
Little underpass.
in this chamber. And
Are we dead?
And you and
you're
it's
dead.
snakes.
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 While we... Oh, this is really dumb.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
While we're going on this trail and there's an underpass, does that make us underdogs?
Yeah!
I would say the whole.
Fortune. We
Can
get
we get
fortune for
one?
that.
Fortune. Yay!
I submit
Yay.
to your dog. I would say just being underground in general is
Oh,
probably
yeah.
enough.
You know what? The second we landed, you should.
Oh,
say
okay,
that.
so we should
And
probably...
Yeah.
I'll
the
take
fortune
it
away.
back.
Take it back.
Yeah, delayed pun.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're entering this sort of chamber in the corner, or sort of this like crux of the hall here,
Oh, yeah.
you see that the walls have been lined with metal cages, which are going to be these guys here, 6 in total. Some of the doors are swinging loosely open on their hinges, while others remain, by all you can tell, tightly shut. And the cells all seem to have these sort of like piles of like bedding strewn across them. Some of the cells, they're in these large lumpy piles, and other cells are like kind of spread thinly, seemingly trying to create like as much surface area of cloth between whatever or whoever and the floor. Because it's cold and damp in there as you've gone down even a little bit further. And each cell you can see also has like a bowl or two in it, supposedly for like food or water, but all of them appear to be empty, and some of them are like upside down or, you know, shoved in with the bedding and obviously completely abandoned. The bowls are.
Well, that's not very promising.
Hey, is there any fur that we can see, like left remnants of fur that maybe pertains to a certain animal?
Would you want to be inspecting like one of the cells? Would you
Yeah.
want to be inspecting?
Well, like specifically the blankets or the cloth that maybe fur would stick to. Yeah.
So some of the bedding.
Yeah.
So you want to go into like one of the open cells and inspect the bedding, or do you want to try and...
The open stuff.
Sorry, let me indicate which ones are like open and closed so you guys can... Oh shit, I wrote it down here.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I know. No, I'm like,
Sorry, I
never
just
mind.
No,
I don't wanna do it.
It doesn't mean anything bad. I just like want... Because it's important if like one of them's open and one of them's not, because you have to like make a check if you're going to open something.
You could literally say anything and I'd be terrified.
So these two here, these are closed. This one's open. This one's open, this one's closed, and this one's open. So I've sort of drawn a line out if they're open. So the two here are open. The one there is open. The one closest to you is closed. The one in the corner is closed, and the one on the far end.
All right, I'm gonna go to open number 1. The one
Open
closest.
number 1. Okay. Sorry, hold on 1 second. So as okay, and then please perform a search check.
Okay.
Wisdom search check.
Oh, a little cocked, but that's fine. 10, darn it.
Did you roll it twice?
Well, it was like on the edge.
Oh, I got you. Do you want to stick with that? Do you want to?
I'm good with that. I mean, I think if any, like, I'll just say, guys, what if can you see any fur in here? Like, do you think these were meant for dogs, everyone?
You got an 11?
10.
A 10. Okay. So you go right up to the sort of and this open cell right there is one of the cells that kind of has the clothes or the bedding like clumped up in a corner. And as you get up to it and are about to like start digging through it, you realize that the lump is moving up and down.
Oh no! What?
As if something is breathing under it. So.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'd probably do something like that. Like, I'll jump back and go, oh no! There's something in there!
Are you trying to be quiet about it?
I
or
don't
are
think
you just being reactive
I mean, yeah,
to
I'm
it?
pretty reactive. I did not expect that.
Okay. Well, then the lump in front of you is going to kind of start shifting slowly. And where are you guys at?
At the
I'm just standing
mouth
in
of
the
door.
hallway, yeah.
So she's here. You guys are sort of right
Yeah,
here.
behind.
And what happens is when she reacts loudly like that, the lump in here starts to sort of shift. Sort of as something or someone kind of waking up. But what happens more instantly is there is something in here that immediately slams its body against the door of the cage.
What?
And what you're seeing is, you can see yourself kind of in it. It's like this rabid Doberman. It's foaming at the mouth, and its jowls are just like wet with spit and like slime, and its eyes are absolutely gone crazy, and you can see just like its skin is just like there's like open sores on it and like cuts and things like that, and it is absolutely howling at you and barking rabidly in a way that you feel if it could reach you, it would absolutely tear you apart.
That doesn't look right. That's just not right.
But it's not the only thing here. There's something in here too.
Can I use heal to diagnose its illness? Or is that only for my own companions?
No.
Darn.
I know. Why don't you guys at this time roll initiative?
Okay.
Because what this dog has done, it can't reach you, it can't get at you, but it has fully woken up whatever's in the cell right in front of Twilly, and you start hearing something moving in the far open cell over here as well. And there's another demon dog that is frothing like this one, but he's also in a closed cage. So we've got some homies here, and then we've got in the open doors we've got here. What'd you guys roll?
17.
17.
15.
15.
17.
19.
17. What's your guys' 2 17s?
My dex is +1.
My dex is +0.
Okay, so Amy, you go. What did you say?
19.
Oh, I'm sorry. Omar goes first. I'm so sorry. So Omar, you start with the initiative. When you're done with your turn, you will actually just say who goes next. So it can. Sometimes it's advantageous to make the monsters go next. Sometimes it's advantageous to make one of your other party members go first.
Right.
But as soon as you've gone for one full turn, just make sure you turn your little token card over that says
Perfect.
"I've gone, not gone." Okay, so you go ahead, Omar.
They haven't attacked us. I don't
The 2 in the open cells are coming for you.
Okay.
And the 2 in the far cells that are closed would if they could.
Okay.
You know, they're...
Do the open cell ones look at similar to the ones that are in the closed cell ones?
They're all sort of different breeds, different sort of sizes and callings and things like that you would recognize, but they're also sort of unrecognizable in the way that they've been distorted by what you would probably all have at least a general knowledge of being overtaken by the unseen and transformed in sort of these demon forms of what you all self-identify as and identify other people as dogs.
What are you strong at all? I want to suggest something.
Mm-hmm.
If maybe you and I could work together to at least close one of them, because it seems like you don't want to kill them, and I also am hesitant to murder dogs.
I mean, I would like to. I think it'd probably be easier if we could lock at least one of them in before
can
it gets out.
Can we work together and that can be our turn?
Sure. If you guys want to. I would say a dex to try and beat it to the door.
Okay, that works better for me. I've got a +1 for dex.
I got +1 as well.
Okay, great.
Or if one of you is good at dex and one of you is at strength, then it could be someone's helping with the speed, someone's helping with the strength of that, and we can roll advantage. Whoever has the highest.
I'm more of a dex.
I'm a -1 strength.
Yeah.
But you, since it's you go first. You roll with advantage.
Okay.
And I'll just roll normal.
Wow.
I got a 3.
But
I think
it's gonna be fine.
Yay!
18. +1. 19.
+1, 19.
Yes.
So together you guys do manage to slam the door shut on this one dog, but you don't have the key to lock it, and the other dog is still coming for you.
We did it!
But boy, is he in there for right now.
Okay.
So that's your action. Is there any other free actions or bonus actions you'd want to take?
I mean, I think it might be too much of a stretch to ask to jab one of my darts.
That would definitely be an action.
Yeah.
So you've used that
So
to
no.
try and slam
Okay,
them.
so I'm not.
Is it? But while we're up there, can we see what the lock looks like? Is it?
It's just a basic
So
cage.
Shoving something inside it, or like the bars are connected by something that you could shove a thing to block it, like a makeshift lock.
There's a chance you could barricade it with something or jimmy it in some way, but there's an obvious place for a key, I guess is the.
Okay.
Okay.
So you could try that, but not
Not now.
Not now.
Okay, so we've gone.
So you can choose who goes next.
Okay. I will pick.
Wait, it wasn't it Omar's turn?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, but we did work together though.
We did work together. But yeah.
But it was your turn.
Who were you thinking? I was gonna go with Brand as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Great. It's unanimous.
Make sure you flip your turn.
It's I've gone. It's we agree. the puppy
Okay.
dog twins have decided that it's Ren's turn.
The
Okay.
puppy dog twins.
Twins who
Well-
don't look anything alike.
Ren's ideal is releasing those that are not free. So this is a little like,
Oh my god!
but
I didn't do this on purpose, I promise.
but she's also not stupid, so she's not going to release like things that look like they're going. But there's a bit of conflict. She definitely does not want to kill them, but she's going to be like, all right, but we can help them, right? And she's sort of saying that as she's looking around. So basically, I want to see if I can find some sort of object that I could use to help them to basically wedge the door closed or keep it closed. Either something heavy that I could push in front of it, or something that I could like stick through the bars somehow that would keep it.
Yeah, give me a search check, which is going to be your full action,
Okay.
to search around to find something that does that.
I'm doing
Fortune.
really good.
For sure,
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
Just a 10.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you for the bits, guys.
Thank you. Well, you know, it's
Fortune
a
again,
12.
again. Worth it. Oh, 12?
Yeah, it's a 12.
Dang.
My
Okay,
wisdom's
so
is high.
so what you can get with the 12, you look around the room and I'm so sorry. And you can see like a strong looking rope like laying in the hall. But that's pretty much it. That's all you
Okay.
can kind of really see, something that is like, maybe I could grab that and tie it closed like in a super effective knot.
Okay.
But
I'll go for the rope.
okay, you can
And I'll
move over there,
start to go
but
for the rope.
yeah, to change items in your hand requires an action. If your hands are empty, you could pick it up, but you definitely couldn't use it this round.
Right, yeah, I didn't think I could use it. I never necessarily said I had a weapon drawn.
Sure. Okay. Then you
But-
use your action to search. You use your movement to get over there, and now you can pick that up. But
Okay.
that will be the end of your turn.
Okay.
And we'll say that. Ooh, but you are moving closer to this. You're this one, right?
Yes.
So we'll say that's kind of, you saw it on the corner here. There's like a little chair on the edge where like maybe a guard would have sat.
Okay.
And there's some little implements over there, and that's where the rope's at. So
Okay.
you've got that in hand. You're much closer to this dog over here, and you get to choose who's next.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, pumpkin.
Okay.
Oh.
I want to use my spell command on this one that's close to Ren. And I want to use the command lay down, which causes the subject...
The one in, sorry, this open cell?
Yeah. Because that's the only one that has an open cell and is like not dealt with yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to use the command lay down, which the subject falls to the ground and remains prone until my next turn.
Okay.
So great. Take out my whatever of man. What is it? My
Symbol?
symbol. My symbol of the Church of Man. I like clasp it to me. I'm going to like try to look that thing in the eyes. I'm pretty far away.
And sorry, this does it get a save?
Yes, it has to roll a let's see, succeed on wisdom.
Okay.
Ooh, that's high.
But then what are you rolling for if it's a 16?
I am rolling for, let's see. You give the subject a single one or two word command. Many shepherds refer to as an ancient command, blah, blah, blah. Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or she must obey the command to the best of their abilities or at earliest opportunity. I'm not sure.
Let me check. I think I have your spells
Let's see.
here. Do you have like a spell save on your sheet or on your character sheet?
No. I am not sure. Because usually... Oh, hold on. Let me look at... Sorry. Just spells in general. See, it's weird. So let me see. Some spells require attack roll, but it says if it does. Okay. So casting a spell expends spell slots. You blah blah blah. Most spells, once they are cast, don't require a roll. They simply happen.
Okay, but
some spells require a target to make a saving throw to avoid some or all the spell's effects. The difficulty to resist a spellcaster's spell is always the same. 8 plus the spellcaster's ability modifier plus the spellcaster's proficiency bonus.
Okay, so what is that number?
Okay, so 8 plus my ability modifier for a spell, would that be wisdom?
Is that what you're proficient in?
It's usually wisdom, I think.
I don't have a
I think it's usually wisdom. I mean, so my two things are intelligence and wisdom.
I would think your no arcana is under your intelligence, so that's what I would think would be your spell modifier.
Okay, so then that's plus 4. So 8 plus 4 plus 2. So 8, 12, 14.
Okay. So if I have to meet or beat a 14.
Okay.
And I get an 18. So
dang.
The dog does not listen.
Man.
Dang, after all that.
It's a bad dog. Do you want to move or do any sort of free action or bonus action?
I will. Well, I'm still like furthest away, so I guess I'll. Well, I think my instinct though is to protect my mother, so I want to like try and move to insinuate myself like between where I see the dogs and my mom. So which one is?
This is Twilly.
Okay,
She's holding the door shut with.
Okay, I'm just gonna go right here.
Okay. Oh, sorry. That's actually where.
Oh, I'll just inch a little closer.
Sounds good. Okay. Who's next, Kelly? Make sure you flip your.
I've
token.
gone. So then that leaves Twilly, right?
No, I used mine. It's got to be the monster's turn now.
You could still do a free action or a bonus action.
Oh boy, I would really cast a spell. Well, no, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna really try to hold that door.
Okay. Well, then the demons are gonna go, and this one is wide open and has no resistance, so it's gonna go straight for Rin, and it's going to just try and bite you.
Okay.
That's what it's going to be doing. So, and this will be against your AC. So that's going to be 11 plus 7, which is 18 to hit.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I have a 16.
Okay, take 4 points of piercing damage.
Dang.
And it's just gonna immediately, like, you're being hesitant about what to do about it, and it immediately, as soon as it's kind of shaken off the, whatever bedding it was kind of rolled up in, it's completely alert, and it's trying to rend the flesh from your body.
Ouch, I wanted to save you.
And then the one in the cage is going to make a strength check against the two of you to try and bust open the door.
Oh my gosh.
You're dealing with the puppy twin.
So who is the highest modifier on the
We're both
strength?
real shit. We're both
We're the
negative one.
exact same.
Are you the exact
Negative
same?
1 strength plus
So
1
just
dex.
choose someone to roll with advantage.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
I believe in you.
And it's not going to be great for it.
You got this.
Or I guess no, it's not too bad. It's an 11.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I roll against that, right?
You would roll advantage. You would just roll.
Okay.
11.
Ooh, 15.
Hello. Hey, me too. The puppy twins strike again.
With our forces combined.
Yes, it's gonna be that 15.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to keep the door shut against it.
Awesome.
How are you holding it shut?
Back's against the thing, probably.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay, just as long as there's no fingers in there or anything.
Oh, good call. Yep.
We've made it so that it's like flat surfaces
Yeah.
mostly.
bars are close enough together, it can't get its snout through to like take a chunk out of your
And we're low
back or
down, too.
anything. And then everybody's gone?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, then we're going to everybody reflip over your initiative tokens,
Okay.
and then I'm going to choose who goes next.
Mhm.
I'm gonna choose Ren.
Neat. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Now I'm dealing with this thing. So has it come out of that? Like entirely come out of the cell?
It's
that-
lunged at you, so if you're in the hall, it is out of the cell.
I'm wondering if I can like basically what I want to try to do is shove it back in and see if I can close the door.
Yeah, okay, we can do like a strength off if you would like.
Neat. My
Strength
is
off.
also really good. Okay.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay, I've got a 19.
I got a 17.
Dang,
Well,
these
you
dogs.
you use your action to try and they are demonically possessed, and you try to sort of shove it back into the cage and almost get it back in there, but it does fight back, resist, and even push you maybe like a pace back farther than where you started.
Okay.
Do you want to do any bonus actions or free actions?
I don't think there's really much else I can do here. Unless Nope.
Okay. You get to pick who goes next.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Okay. So all right. So
So
as
no
of right
damage
now-
has been done to either of them.
And that's how we like it. And none
that's
shall be
the
done.
goal. So there is this still open or you closed this? I'm
No,
sorry.
It's
I mean,
open.
it's
She
open.
tried to
it's
shove
open.
it
I
back
tried.
in, but lost the
Okay.
strength check.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try this command again, and I figured out what my ability mod was. So now,
I
know what I'm doing.
don't want to tell you what, and I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But I just want you to know that these are demons, and
Right.
you are an acolyte, and that's all I'm going to say. But just
oh,
things to consider.
okay.
The command thing's great. I just want, you know what I mean, like devil,
Right,
you know,
right.
exorcism shit. Just
Oh, that's true.
not that you can exercise them, but
No,
you
but
know
I
what
want to.
Yeah, no, but you can't. Just an example.
But I want to. Like I think Pumpkin in her heart is like, I want. Maybe I can save these dogs. Which is not.
I'm losing my patience with these dogs, honestly.
Yeah, which is not great.
And
So
you
here's-
guys are familiar with the unseen. Like that is something very well known to you, and their whole thing is destroying dogs.
Yeah.
And like their culture, and it's like
Okay, so
and they
here's what-
can't be fixed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like once a dog has turned like that, then there's no coming back from that too.
Okay.
But you guys would all kind of have a general knowledge of that.
Okay. That is helpful. I think so. Pumpkin here, because her ideal is like spreading the word of man, and like she's so devout. Like she knows that you guys don't want to hurt these dogs, but she is kind of feeling like she needs to. So I'm going to try actually inflict wounds.
Okay.
And that is. All right. Oh, crapola. I have to touch them in order to do this. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. So you could probably.
So could I move? Because I want to get the one that's like the most danger to us, which is the one with the open door.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So could I move first to get closer, or do I have to move after?
No, you can move first. I'm just trying to think about the sizes of the dogs you're moving past, which Safi is small and Twilly's small.
Oh, I see
so,
what you're
yeah.
saying. So
So I was just gonna
But
say
you
if
have a fit.
if you were trying to move through Ren's space, I don't think you could.
Right.
But I think you could probably move through the same space as Twilly or Safia.
okay, all right. I'm gonna move past them, and I'm going to get next to Ren, and I'm gonna reach my arm in there, and I'm gonna touch.
And it's not in there. It's on. It's on Ren.
oh, it's on
Or
you.
on
Yeah, we're
Ren,
like
yeah.
pushing.
Okay,
Grappling,
I'm gonna like
basically.
put my arm, my paw in between where you got like your bodies, and like try and like touch like the chest of this dog.
Sure.
And I'm gonna try and do inflict wounds. Now, all right. So for that means you have to roll 8 plus my ability mod, which is 2, plus my proficiency bonus, which is 2. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which is not great odds, but that's fine.
I thought your spell AC was like 14.
No, so we did the math wrong last time.
Oh, okay.
It was because my total intelligence bonus is 4, but it's because of like multiple things happening.
Sure.
So, yeah, so it's plus 2 plus 2. So.
And what kind of save is it for the
12.
demon?
Wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Right?
This might work out for you.
Hold on. Or actually, no, wait. No. That was only for that other spell. I'm sorry. It is inflict wounds.
Yeah, I didn't make a note of a save. It might.
Yeah, I don't think there
I
is
think
one.
if it's touch, it's probably just instantaneous.
Yeah, it is.
So.
Oh, it is instantaneous.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2d10 necrotic damage.
Yes.
is what you're gonna
Holy
wanna roll.
crapola.
So, okay. So I'm going to touch, and do I have to roll to touch to successfully touch it? Okay, great.
You moved over there in that space.
Great, so instantaneous, so I just roll my d10s?
Roll 2 and then d10s, girl.
All right, here we go.
That's a D12.
Oopsie.
Cheater.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Pumpkin.
So 6, 5.
6 and 5 is
Dead.
11.
Yeah.
Let me see really quick if it's immune to necrotic damage.
Oh.
What the fuck?
I didn't say it was.
Running!
No, okay, yep. It takes 11 points of damage. It is right fucked up, but it's
Right fucked up.
It's right fucked up. Ren, ain't it? Yeah, ain't it right fucked up?
Right fucked up, yeah.
So, but it is still standing.
Okay.
And you get to decide who goes
Nice.
next, or if you want to free your
Okay.
bonus action.
And I want, before I just want to be like, the power of man compels you. And then, so for a bonus, I'm sorry, can you refresh me on what I can do for a bonus action?
It would be similar to like D&D. It's something that wouldn't actually, like, you could say
Like, I
something
or
or
like
communicate something or
get away.
No, definitely not. Yeah,
Okay.
disengaging at this range would be a full action because if you leave within like 5 feet of that creature, then you're gonna provoke an attack of opportunity.
So then my bonus action is saying the power of man compels you to the dog.
Love it. And you get to choose who goes next. And flip over here.
So you guys are both over there. Okay. I'll go. Ren goes. Not Ren. So sorry. Ren. What was your character's name again?
Safia.
Safia next.
Okay. I'm currently holding the cage door closed with you.
That's
I'm
right.
Holding it back. To maintain that counts as a full action.
Just so you know, I've given you the look that I'm not gonna keep doing this for very long.
I kind of feel the same way. Okay. I would. Oh, let's just kick some butt.
Let's just kick some butt.
You are. Where are you located, Pumpkin?
I'm just in between. I'm right here, so I'm in between. Like, but is my hand still on that thing? I didn't take my hand off. That was dumb.
I just assumed you did. I think that's
Oh,
fine.
right, because I pulled out and I said the power of. Okay.
I think it's like a touch. It's not like a
Caress.
caress for 1 hour.
Massage.
Yeah. Deep tissue massage.
It rips your arm out.
I think our original instinct of like not hurting these things is just it's not working out too well. It's unfortunate. It's just how it is. I think I'm gonna pop off from holding the gate,
Okay.
and I think I'm just gonna dart the creature attacking Pumpkin or right next to Pumpkin.
I will say, ranged attacks within a 5-foot radius,
yeah,
you actually roll at disadvantage.
Right.
But
Right.
here's my compromise. You could just stab him with it.
He's stabbing the other dog though. He's throwing the other
dog.
not the one in our
you're
cage.
throwing out the other dog?
Yeah, the one by me.
I thought it would
And
look
by
the
Ren.
coolest, where it's like
No, I'm sorry. I
the
just
power bank
wasn't paying
impels you,
attention.
and then it's like, oh, and then it's like a Shaun of the Dead, like.
Okay, so no, I'm sorry. I
Okay,
just
great.
didn't understand.
Oh, no, that's
you
okay.
can do that,
I did not
and it will
fully
not be
explain.
at disadvantage.
I mean, it would be smart to turn around and stab that
The
thing.
one that's literally right in front of you.
I got
But
it.
that's not what I'm doing.
I think maybe you would still roll at disadvantage though, because you are trying to get it between, like right between
everyone.
everybody. So
That's true. In that case, that's true. Maybe what I'd like to do is run up and jab it.
that one,
The
not
other
the
one.
one,
Not the one right next to you.
not
No.
the one right in front of you.
Nope.
I don't think.
Can you
I don't think you can move through there.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a little crowded right there.
Bob Saget. All right.
And one of our larger dogs is in the way. If you were all just like little corgis, it'd be fine. But
Okay, I'm looking for like an easy way to. I'm just like no, and I'm gonna turn and just jab the one that's in the cage.
okay, so just use one of your darts to kind of
Yeah.
jab it. Okay, go for it. Let me know what the
Because I'm rolling against your AC, right?
yes.
Great. 11.
Plus anything. Your weapon should or might have a modifier on it.
I don't
know what
it
your darts
does.
are.
I don't think the dart had any modifiers on it. I might be wrong.
Well, an 11 does not hit.
Well, if you're proficient, at it, that's already +2. But if you're strength, then it's -1. So you would get a +1
You get a +1.
for a melee attack.
It's not enough. But barely. It helps you feel better.
Almost
Okay, so you jab it in the neck with one of the darts as you let go of the door. You know what? Actually, can you roll with advantage? Because I'm thinking when you let go of the door, it's putting all of its force in that,
Mm-hmm.
and so it probably falls forward and is at a little bit of.
You didn't hurt it.
exposure.
It ran its head into your
dart.
You used its like its
I
own
love
momentum
it.
against
Yeah.
it.
It's like
love
the
it.
classic like sibling fuck you up, hold the door until they least expect it and then they fall. Yeah.
Exactly.
So go ahead and roll one more die and let's see. And guys, don't forget we have a shit ton of fortunes.
Oh, that's
Oh
true.
yeah.
That's out. That's out.
Yeah, I roll it again.
Come on.
critical. Good call. Good call.
Right. Great. Okay, well, it definitely hits, and your whatever damage you roll is going to be doubled since it's a triumph.
Heck yes.
Okay, that's a D4.
Nice.
Let me get you out of here so you don't mess anything up.
2. Okay.
So that's 4.
Oh, sorry, you rolled. Maybe you just doubled the damage.
Is it just double or do I roll twice? I'm fine either way.
Has it? I think you rolled twice.
Great.
Well, I'm gonna make an executive decision.
I like this executive decision.
I do too.
The chances of this getting lower than what I just rolled is
Small.
statistically, yeah.
You're gonna get it now. Okay.
Ooh.
So 3, 4, 5.
5.
And you get any bonuses on that attack? Oh, what kind of damage is it?
A piercing.
Oh no, is it gonna splore people?
What
with
is
its
your
badness?
dart made out of?
It is made out of...
Silver.
Yeah. Like it's like a...
I don't know. Magic.
Don't lie to me.
Magic.
What do you have?
It's definitely metallic because it's got the best
I need to know
balance.
the
Iron?
material.
What's...
Iron?
Is it an iron dagger, steel dagger?
I think it would be... no, I'm like from nobility. Like, I think it's a silver
Here's
dart.
it
with an
Here,
opal hand.
If it's gonna be silver, roll a wisdom check to see if you remember to pack silver tit darts.
Whatever's the gaudiest, fanciest thing is what I would do. I kind
Platinum,
of
baby.
hate myself a little bit. That's the whole shebang in my character. Okay, that's a wisdom check. Let's see here. 19! It's
Your
gaudy,
darts-
it's Marty.
Your darts are silver, so you're not gonna get. It's not gonna be resistance, which means it's gonna do the full 5 damage.
Nice.
Okay, great. Oh.
Whew.
And you get to choose who goes next.
I'm gonna throw it over to my puppy twin because we're right there and it just
That
would
me.
make sense.
All right, I turn around and I just go. I do 2 magic missiles at this guy and 1 magic missile at the one that they're fighting, and they automatically hit. So 4 damage to the one at our cage, and then another 4 at the one over there.
Wait,
So
what?
8 damage. 8 damage to the one in our cage next to Safia and me, and then a 4 damage to the one that the other 2 are fighting.
All right. Describe it on both counts.
All right. Well, Twilly's maternal nature kicks in and just goes, "No one's gonna hurt my puppies!" And turns around and from her paw shoots forth magical energy, blue in hue, bolts right into the 2 eyes in the cage that were gleaming red. Well, now they're gleaming blue, and they shut and burn out. And then right at the very point where your finger touched its coat, another bolt just lights it right up, and it burns through. You just see that the inner life and the soul just kind of shuts out. Nothing really happens to the body. They just lay limp.
There it is. So as it stands right now, both your adversaries that are able to fight you are downed. There's still 2 demon dogs that are trying to murder you.
Wait.
But they're enclosed
Don't
cells.
hurt those. They haven't attacked us yet. And it's not their fault. If we can find a way to save them, we should. These other 2, we couldn't do it, I guess, but...
Oh, you know I'm always happy to save, but some can't be saved and must be extinguished.
Yeah, but these are in cages, and they've not come out yet.
Cross your T's and dot your I's. You know what I'm saying. I think we should get rid of them.
No! We should try to save them. It's not their fault that they've been locked into this cage like that. If there's some way we can get rid of whatever demon is in there, then we should.
Ren, these are unseen dogs. They're unseen, and I don't know that there's a way to turn them back into seen.
What if it was one of your puppies?
Then it wouldn't be... Oh, my poor puppy's turning unseen.
Well,
I would kill whoever did it to them, but unfortunately, they'd have to go. They're infected.
But we don't know that. Which one of us knows that information? You know that.
They can't.
You
Oh,
can't
I've
change that.
studied it. You can't. Here, scorched earth. We've just gotta just eradicate, like just into a paste.
Okay, so if this happens to you, I'll make sure
Oh, please.
that we kill you immediately.
You kill me.
Ren, it's okay.
But it's not their fault. And we haven't
No.
even tried.
No, it's not.
Do you want me to try? Man, save them.
Pumpkin,
It didn't
don't be
work.
mean about
That-
this.
I was just
Wow.
I tried to joke.
Be sacrilegious.
I try to joke.
To, like, fake a book.
I try to joke just to see.
Ren, they didn't have enough protection, but we have each other. We have to come out alive on this one.
Well, I agree, but they're not hurting us right now. They're locked in these cages. Haven't gotten out yet.
Frothing at the mouths or like bursting at the seams.
It might be a little dogmane to do this.
To put them down.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not fixable,
Man, I'm so sorry. Pew pew pew. So I
Wait,
can
does
cast,
that take you spell slots?
Oh yeah, so I'll cast another magic missile.
I mean, they're caged and they're pressing themselves against the gate. Like, if you guys just want to like
Oh, I could
execute them, I don't think you're gonna need to like roll for that.
Okay, I could
or utilize
elemental
spell
ray
slots.
them for free and just do heat damage over and over. Or everyone can take a turn stabbing.
no,
We could each take two.
with the D4, I don't know.
Takes a
It
little
would
while.
take a long time. They're resistant to piercing too, so
Yeah,
that would take a long time.
I'm out.
I'm out. I'll just say, look away. Everyone look away, and I'll do elemental ray a bunch of times.
Okay, so you just do that, and eventually they're both downed as well. So now you have 2 caged corpses and 2 loose corpses of festering, emaciated demon dogs.
But at least say some sort of whatever prayer you would over them. So if there is some sort of man
do you want to
god.
say it?
No, I don't. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't believe it myself. But just in
Speak
case
from
they
your
did.
heart. Oh, this is a perfect moment for learning. Why don't you just what would you like someone to say about you if you turned into
Well,
a
you know,
demon
if there
god?
really is some sort of afterlife, there's men or whatever out there, and I want to feel like I would get to go there. And, you know, same goes for them. Maybe that's the sort of freedom they'll get if they can't get it here in this life.
First the wall, and now one of my friends.
Yeah, well,
You're
you know,
seeing the light of man.
that wall was just Safia talking and answering for you.
I'm not a wall.
I think
That's right. You're not a wall.
I think that's a beautiful wish that they pass on to a better life than they had in this one. That's beautiful, Ren.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, it wasn't right what happened to him.
What do you say we go kill the people who did this?
Yeah, I like that idea. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, no further actions here. All right, what's your next move?
I mean, I guess we just continue
Go
on the
down
path.
the hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This hall here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go deeper.
You mean this hall here?
You mean this?
No.
This little hall?
This little hall? Oh.
You mean torture hall number 7?
Okay, so you enter into this long hallway, and it's lined evenly, unevenly with pedestals, and on either side, as you can see marked there. And each pedestal is topped with a glass dome, complete with like a little gold tip on it that you would use to lift it, and matching golden bases. As you walk down the hall, you can very easily observe that under each glass dome, there is displayed a different body part. Some are sort of floating languidly in stagnant liquids, while others are perched atop wire crosses and posed quite deliberately one way or another. And then there's, of course, skulls, leg bones, joints, teeth, tongues, eyeballs, and even preserved bits of like fleshy face. And in the exact middle of the hall, unless you guys want to do anything while you're going down.
I want to do one thing, even though it
Sure.
might be dumb.
A backflip.
Like,
No, it's not dumb, it's cool.
I'm like really grossed out by this display of disregard for our bodies. And so I just want to like scratch one of like the glass. I don't want to break it or anything like that, but I just want like they're like these beautiful ornate like jars, and I just want to like tarnish one of them by like scratching it.
But would,
What if you not?
like, how gently, or what kind of pressure are you using?
Like I've broken into like banks and stuff before, like very gently. Like this is a super.
Okay.
Like they might even be able to buff it out if they want later, but I want
Sure.
them to know that someone.
Like keying a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I want to
God.
like straight up
Property
like country pop music key this glass.
Cool. What's in the jar that you...
That one. Oh.
Something particularly upsetting to you?
I think like a heart.
Ooh, a heart.
Yeah.
Well, you successfully scratch it. No.
Thank you.
Nothing happens. I mean, it's scratched.
Great.
How dare.
That's the.
Anybody else want to move or do anything while you're moving down the hall? Okay. So when you reach the exact middle of the hall,
Mm-hmm.
sort of between right here, sort of where that 6 is pointing, there are words painted onto the wall. They're painted very ornately, but they are sort of painted in this sort of like deep crimson color. But it says, on the wall, it says, "I am a king that speaks for my country. At birth, I am protected by no one. As I grow, my father gives me 2 soldiers to protect me. As I get matured, many more are given to me. And at my full age, my father gives me 42 white soldiers to guard me and protect me. What am I?"
Oh, I figured it out.
Yeah, I also know.
I think.
There's something to do with teeth.
Yeah!
thing, right?
Or a mouth.
It could be bones.
Oh yeah, what am I? So given to me. Maybe it's a mouth. Wait. Oh wait. Oh.
King's crown.
What?
A
Final
crown.
answer?
No, I mean no.
Read
Your
it
teeth
again.
is a
Read
crown-
it again.
a
Yeah,
crown,
I think
you know,
it's a
like-
crown. Yeah, too.
Yeah.
Crown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to hear it again?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Can't hurt.
I am a king that speaks for my country. At birth, I am protected by no one. As I grow, my father gives me 2 soldiers to protect me. As I get matured, many more are given to me. And at my full age, my father gives me 42 white soldiers to guard me and protect me. What am I?
A tongue. Yeah,
Yeah.
tongue.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was talking to that bug.
They're very
Because they're the soldiers protecting something inside, which is the tongue, and that's the thing that speaks. That's the sounds.
Yeah.
Country's the mouth.
And the mouth has 42
Who's
teeth.
Yeah, that
dad?
makes sense.
No, the tongue is protected by the 42.
Yeah, those are the soldiers,
Yeah.
and you can get your two front teeth.
Who's the dad though?
My father.
The body,
The body.
Yeah.
Tongue.
the
That's
mouth.
the only part. Yeah.
I think it's a tongue.
It still seems that way.
Yeah, I'm
Could
gonna
be
go with
voice,
tongue.
but-
Well, I don't know what we're going for. We're just reading this thing.
Oh, well, we have to pick one of the things. There's body parts everywhere.
Oh, there are. Is there
So-
a tongue?
I don't know, is there?
How many
I
ribs
think
do we
you
even
actually
know?
said
I
there
mean-
was.
How many ribs?
No, we don't grow ribs as we get older.
Can
That's
we
not how
get
that
more
works.
ribs?
To start with 0.
Zero ribs, and then you just
Or
get.
42. Yeah.
It's a tongue.
It's a
guys,
tongue.
Speak.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to search for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
there's a
Okay,
for the
anybody
tongue.
who's looking can make a search check.
tongue. Okay.
Okay.
Dang it,
Know what
not
it looks
great.
like.
Woo, mama.
23.
It's not gonna be 23.
And that would be what's her modifier for that?
I mean, you made it. It's a really low.
Oh,
It's basically just walking the hall till you find it, being
Cool.
able to identify it, and
Cool.
in like low light and stuff like that. So, yeah, you all managed to come across it, and now you're standing in front of it. We'll say it's a bit down the hall here. Excuse you.
Alright.
Well, I don't know what the point of that is. What we do with it.
Is there a shelf underneath the poem?
Well,
Let's pick it
just
up.
open the, lift the lid, right?
What
What could go wrong?
is there an empty shelf anywhere? Let's just
Um,
pick it up first.
Yeah, my darts are still out, by the way. I just really want to make that clear.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the lid, and then you want to pick it up.
Yeah,
Okay, you open the lid, nothing happens.
I pick it up.
You pick it up. These two walls
Ugh.
here open, sort of like they're sort of curved, so they sort of slide in smoothly and fit into this opening in the wall. So not like a door, or even sort of like a French door or something like that, but sort of this curved, smooth motion. And now you can see down both those passages.
Oh. Both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Should we pick one and try it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I kind of picked the first one, so I don't want to pick this one.
All right, let's go left, which I guess Alicia does. I'm
Yeah.
considering that one.
This one?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Are you gonna go first? What's the order?
Sure.
Sure.
You take my lamp.
Yeah, that would
Oh,
probably
good
be
one.
helpful.
Or if you want to come up behind her there, that would probably work. Okay, so you guys, everybody's good with that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin's taking up the rear.
So you guys get to the corner down here, and you come across a door.
Oh.
It's very ornate. It doesn't really match the sort of tenor of the rest of the walls or surroundings.
Seems like somewhere that maybe a relic can be.
Ooh. Is there a handle?
Yes.
Should we maybe make sure there aren't any
Yeah, I
tracks
could
of some
do
sort? on this thing?
Norcana at it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I can smell magic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sniff the hell out of it.
You use smell magic.
Mm-hmm.
You can detect something, but from what your senses can notify you of, it's on the other side of the door, not so much like the door itself.
I don't think this door has any magic on it, but whatever's inside, lucky outie.
Oh, well, that seems promising.
Great.
So, who wants to open the door?
You're good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I wanna do Norcana on the door.
Okay.
Because it's like, it looks ornate, maybe it has some
Sure.
thing on it.
Go for it.
then no arcana is intelligence. 10.
From what you can tell, this doesn't ring any bells as far as like anything you've learned as far as like magic or history of magic goes.
Mm.
I am so squishy. I do not want to open this door.
I'll do it.
Before that happens, do you mind if I just pop to the other side in case some baddies come from one
to
side
the
or
side.
another?
So you're not like all choked? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I
Yeah.
pop over here?
Yar.
Great.
Ooh.
Great. That's where I am.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go through the door.
You're gonna open it?
Yeah.
You're gonna open it?
I'm gonna open the door. Okay.
All right.
Here goes.
You open it.
I love you.
Oh. Well, it was gonna
I'm,
be
like,
fine, and then
screaming
Willie
while
said
I'm
that. So. The door hates love. So you enter this room and you see this very simple, like obsidian platform, almost sort of like a thick table or
Ooh, a thick thing.
shelf.
Nice.
Well, it doesn't have like a space where and legs. It's just like just a loaf, an obsidian loaf, and there's this fine white cloth draped across it, and it's got these detailed cutouts along the edges that are very ornate. And sitting atop the cloth is a series of maroon velvet cushions, but not like the ones. Oh, I'm not gonna say that part. These ones are
dare.
are maroon velvet cushions, and on top of each of the cushions are these multicolored sort of egg-shaped things, and they're coated in these spiny scales that are sort of similar to like what you'd see like on a pineapple, and they have these dulled points coming out from the sides, and even lower near the bottom of them they have sort of this these rows of texture that leads into like a longer spike at the bottom, and one is red, one is gray, and one is blue, and they're all evenly spaced on the obsidian platform.
What's going on the walls?
It's really a low-key room. There's like simple candelabras that are sort of dwindling on the edges, but otherwise the room is pretty small, and the walls are very bare, and all of the attention is sort of on this.
So a couple of
platform.
things. Either we just lucked out and found 3 relics, or this is some sort of puzzle.
There was carvings on the... Oh, well, I'm not even in the room, so never mind.
Get over here. Come look.
You definitely cannot all fit in there.
No.
Like maybe
Can
two
someone
of you.
describe it to me?
You could take turns peeking in. The door's
Okay.
wide enough
Yeah,
that you
we
could
can all-
see in there if the
Okay.
door is open.
What kind of engravings do you say were on the loaf?
None on the loaf. It's
Oh.
that's why it's a loaf.
On
It's
the-
just
Oh,
like
okay.
a
But on the
very
cloth.
plain. On the door, it wasn't anything particularly jarring to you as far as like something you'd seen in a book. It just stood out to you
Okay.
as something that didn't match the time and like erosion of the rest of the it just occurs to you that someone took a little more effort and time to like make this room look a bit nicer or valued it in some way, but not necessarily specifically the door said something or something.
Okay.
When you say it dissolves into a spike at the bottom, what does that
Dissolves.
mean? Or whatever, it like goes into a spike at the bottom?
It's just a very spiny
Tapers.
thing. It's kind of like a pineapple here, and then there's some spikes that go out like this, and then it kind of, I guess, sort of like an acorn, but then there's sort of like this spike here that's a bit longer, that maybe not like super sharp, but maybe sort of like a grip.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna pick up the red one,
Okay.
but in a way that it doesn't hurt me.
Yeah. Nothing happens.
Is the spike at the bottom? Is it set into like a hole or something?
No, it was just resting on that velvet cushion.
Okay.
Let
I'm
me
gonna pick up
see.
the velvet cushion too. Oh,
Yeah, so it's sort
kind
of
of
like
floral.
Oh.
But these are more, I've made them more rounded. These are sort of more spiky, but
That's also a
sort
nice
of like
notebook.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Tom Lama gave it to me.
Hey.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what they are.
Look, I got the red one.
Well, maybe it's just a bunch of relics then. We can just take them all. Should we try
let's
and
take them.
pick up another one? I'll pick up the blue one.
Okay, no problem.
Ah, neat! Maybe we can keep one of them, and we can be nobles.
Does anyone want to check them out and do like a knowledge
Yes.
history?
Yes, no history. I have that.
Okay.
God fucking shit balls. That is a.
Yay.
I mean, sorry, man, fucking shit balls. that was a natural one. Even that's better. Okay, so that's 2, so 18.
18. Yeah. So you would recognize these as. Oh, I did not attach a picture. What are they called? I think they're called explosive eggs. Yeah, explosive eggs. So this is something you've kind of only heard of. They're not necessarily a relic or an artifact, but they're these things that are sort of in the same vein called fixes. And so you sort of, like the salve you would have gotten from Fruit Loop would have been sort of in the same vein, like sort of these magical assets that help you either like heal or in battle or things like that. So while you don't necessarily know the exact nature of this item, you can kind of look at it and determine that it's in a similar vein. And based on the coloring, you could kind of make any maybe an assumption that it has something to do with heat or fire or something like that, and maybe the other colors of the other ones have
I
similar effects.
I think this could help us if we do like you said and take them with us. We could hurt people with them.
Oh, well, that's always helpful.
I'm going to take the red one.
Well, I'll keep the blue one if one of you wants
There's
the other.
a gray one left.
That's kind of got your name on it.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll take.
We'll share ours.
Okay.
All right, I'll take the gray one.
Okay. Well, you guys now have that in your inventories. You can add those.
I have a red fix.
A red, it'd be an explosive egg, and I would notate your color, but you're not, unless you spend time checking it out, you wouldn't maybe know exactly what it's all about. But with these items in hand, you may not have found the relic yet, but you feel a new sense of power and hope that you will, and that whatever adversaries you face along the way, you have perhaps have a bit of an upper paw now. But that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
Hey.
There is much dungeon left, but very few hours left in the evening. So we're gonna wrap it up. But thank you guys so much for playing in this session.
This is awesome.
I know, it's really cute to imagine all the pups walking around on the
Just
that one.
stomping on
I was
bones.
drinking.
Yeah, that was sufficiently malicious.
And thank you everybody at home for tuning in, checking it out. The first episode of Pugmire. We're going to be back with episode 2 next Tuesday at 6 p.m. PST. So I hope you can tune in for that as well. And before we leave, we're going to go around the table. And if you guys want to plug your socials or anything you got coming up, let's do that. Megan?
Neat. Oh, hi, yes, I am Megan Caves. You can find me on Twitter at Megan Caves. It's MEGHAN, which I actually think those pop up in our chat. But you can catch me here also on Friday nights for Wildcards, which is our Savage Worlds Deadlands Reloaded show. Supernatural Western horror is basically what that is, so that's a lot of fun. And then also, if you can catch my podcast with Jordan Caves, Kellerman, and Gaurav Galati. It's called Experience Pointers, and we talk about GM and RPG stuff. You can find us on Twitter at EXPPointersPod.
Nice.
Amy Vorpal.
I'm Amy Vorpal. You can find me at Vorpal Sword on Twitter and Instagram, and also on Twitch. And then also tomorrow night here on Saving Throw Show, I will be playing Ironkeep Chronicles at 8 p.m. PT with Havana Mahoney, but also Tom Lommel, Eric Reichert, and Kyle Caps. So check that out, and really check it out.
Or else. Kelly Nugent.
Yay, it's me. You can find me on all the social media stuff at Kelly Nugie, KELLYNUGEE. Check out any of my podcasts. Teen Creeps, Public Domain Theater, Thank You for Questing, Same Day Shipping. Check any of those out. Anywhere you get your podcasts.
You gonna do anything with your life?
I don't do it.
I think you need another podcast. Perfect. Omar Najam.
I am Omar Najam. You can find me at Omar Najam on Twitter. I run a festival in October called 13 Days, 13 Shorts, where people make art inspired by Halloween themes. The themes just got announced recently, so check out 13 Days, 13 Shorts on Twitter, or head to 13days13shorts.tumblr.com. And if you go to the Tumblr, there's actually a very handy link at the top where you can register to vote and make sure that you are registered to vote. So please do that. I know that today was like a huge one for a bunch of states. So there's more states left in the union. So
Nice.
so make sure you are registered to vote.
Awesome. Thank you. And I am Havana Mahoney. You can find me at Vanna on Twitch, twitch.tv/VANA, or on Twitter to know about all the stuff at twitter.com/Havanarama, HAVANARAMA. And yeah, we'll be back here next Tuesday. I'll be on Iron Keep tomorrow. And yeah, today's the last day to vote or to register to vote in a lot of states. So make sure, I know I put a tweet on my page. Probably most of the people you follow have retweeted or tweeted about something. Even if you're sure you're registered, just check. It honestly takes like 2 seconds. You can go to vote.org is like the shortest, easiest website, the laziest option. And you can either register directly there or check it. And I did it even though I was like, I knew like 100% sure I was registered, but they do crazy shit all the time. So check it. Don't forget maybe it's too late. Well, you better have done it. But thank you so much to our man behind the camera, Dom Zook.
Yay!
Dom, killing it. Thank you so much to Onyx Path for working with us to produce this show. You guys are amazing, and we appreciate your support and your system. And thank you to our moderators for keeping the chat friendly, safe, fun, and accessible. We could not do it without you. And of course, thank you to everybody who subbed. There were so many subs tonight. Subbed, resubbed, donations,
so many fortunes.
If you were chatting in the chat, if you were lurking, if you were tweeting about the show tonight on social media, like tons of ways you can help out, and we appreciate every single one of it. RJ, thanks for the fortune. Appreciate it. And what is today? Next stop is Iron Keep tomorrow at 8 p.m. And then we got wild cards on Friday at 8 p.m. PST as well. And there's a game on Saturday as well at 1 p.m. on the Dungeons and Dragons channel.
Yeah, it's on the D&D channel.
Called The Broken Pact.
Yeah, it's Ravnica. It's the mix between Magic the Gathering and D&D. It's our new show.
Ooh, damn.
It's premiering this Saturday. As a matter of fact.
Cool.
1 p.m.
Cool.
Be here for it.
Also, one more shout out to Gaurav Galati for making the really cool intro that has been blasting probably all of your socials. It's such a cool intro. I've seen it probably like 20 times.
And Vanessa Dumbash for making our character designs is really great.
You can see all the art right
Yeah.
It's so good.
So good.
Oh, and one person sent us pictures of their dogs, and if you want to just send us pictures of your dogs, I love it.
Oh, the other thing I was going to say is I'll be posting, and I can send this to Dom if you want to put it up somewhere too, but all of the dog NPCs tonight are adoptable animals. So all the dogs we met today are based on
Graham and Hershey and Fruit Loops and all that?
Yeah. They're adoptable dogs. I have the links to the adoption websites that were provided from some members of my community. They're all based on real dogs that are up for adoption right now in a variation of different states, and we're going to continue to do that throughout the other episodes. So you can check it out on my Twitter. I'll send it to Dom, and he can share it in the Saving Throw Discord. So yeah, wherever you might be, that one of the NPCs we play with might be an adoptable dog in your area, or cat. Eventually, maybe, who knows? So, or snake.
Wait, was the description?
Aren't cats necromancers?
not all cats are necromancers.
Was the description of the NPCs like matching? Like, was that? That's amazing.
What's crazy is
I'm
like
done.
all
That's
of them
great.
were so like, because a lot of adoption sites add the description of the dogs to make them, like, so you know about their personality and stuff. And multiple of them they were all like, they don't like cats. They hate cats, which is totally a thing in Pugmire. And then like the one for not Reginald, for Redford was like, he loves exploring. And I was like, okay, well, he's a pioneer. That's great. and the backstory about being found with like huddling their dead mother was also real.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know. It's a lot
Wow.
of like character fodder, but also adopt Hershey and Graham.
That's amazing. Wow.
So stay tuned for that. I meant to send it over before we started, but didn't happen. But thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
We'll see you next Tuesday. Everybody have a fantastic evening and excellent tomorrow.
Are we going to say Pets Dungeon?
Nope.
Okay.
How dare you? And until next time, see you guys.
Bye.